Didn't study at Princeton, but a proven convict. I'm more like a Winston and got friends like John Wick. Some spent time in Kingston, others were gone quick. There just ain't too many places you can move me from. On my white boy flow, I'm about to drop a doozy, son. Bars hitting heavy like an extended Uzi drum. Only a handful living life they make movies from. 3 sheets to the wind, and I still be spitting better. You can't be fair skinned and suck at the written letter. They'll never have me pinned, only getting better. Lord knows I've sinned with that forbidden cheddar. Originality can be astounding in the game, but it seems auto-tune got you all sounding the same. Time to take your own lane instead of crowding the train. You know pigs saying to me if there's no loud. Didn't study at Princeton, but a proven convict. I'm more like a Winston and got friends like John Wick. Some spent time in Kingston, others were gone quick. There just ain't too many places you can move me from. On my white boy flow, I'm about to drop a doozy, son. Bars hitting heavy like an extended Uzi drum. Only a handful living life they make movies from. 3 sheets to the wind, and I still be spitting better. You can't be fair skinned and suck at the written letter. They'll never have me pinned, only getting better. Lord knows I've sinned with that forbidden cheddar. Originality can be astounding in the game, but it seems auto-tune got you all sounding the same. Time to take your own lane instead of crowding the train. You know pigs saying to me if there's no loud. Tomorrow come. Sink or swim, I really don't care if my ship comes in. I hope the tide would take me and the ocean would
last if tomorrow don't come?
Welcome to another edition of Stay Lifted Movie Club. We're coming live from the Stay Lifted Dungeon. I am joined by my partner, cohort, and good friend, Zazula. How you doing this week?
I'm doing very good, thank
Have you come down at all?
No, I'm still on Cloud 69.
You are a Twitch rock star. I hear to hit rock star status, you must be covered. And you have been indeed covered.
Oh. I am feeling like a bit on Cloud 69 for
Bongo time, everyone.
15 minutes. Bongo time.
Zazie got his 15 minutes of fame, and it was while someone else played his song. And of course, what are we smoking right now? Oh, you didn't bury my image. Thank you very much. Oh, you did, but that's okay. I just landed on it. We are smoking.
Oh, shucks, Leahy.
MadDabLabs.com and 30 Going on 13 present GMO's Nemesis. So if you like that music video we just played and you like 30 Going on 13 and you like weed, go to MadDabLabs.com and order some of this. We ship all around North America, and everyone that orders gets a sticker pack and entered into a draw to win 3 t-shirts. A Stay Lifted t-shirt, a Mad Dab t-shirt, and a 30 Going on 13 t-shirt. You want to show your support? Buy that weed. All right, tonight we have 3 fun fucking movies. We have Weird, we have Tentpole, and we have Extravagant. Can I say extravagant? Does that work for this?
Yeah, like, that's not even the right word. It's over the top. Like, overabundance.
Oh, but it's exuberance and overdone the
You're
way
talking
that...
about Fast 9. Right?
Yeah, the way Rambo 3 was done, the way that the big blockbuster action movies that were so fun when we were kids, it's done in that vein, and that's why I think I like it.
Oh, and welcome, Scotty. Hey, just saw you in chat.
Oh, Scotty.
Bongo time.
Leahy, thanks for joining us. Stay Lifted Leahy. Schmoopy, love you, buddy. Zazie Law's in the chat, but what the fuck is Robot Jocks? You know what? That's what we said. And we found out. And it's not the worst movie I've ever seen. It's just...
I loved it.
And we'll be talking about that a little later. We want to make sure that Beef Nips. Oh,
Beef Nips suggested
Beef Nips, yeah.
A viewer.
We want to make sure we get to talk about it a bit with Beef Nips. So we're going to wait a bit to talk about that one, but let's just start off with...
It's Pacific Rim .001. Like, early version.
Yeah, it's Beta Pacific Rim.
Oh, speak of the devil, there's Beef Nips.
Oh, wicked. Well, we'll be getting into that soon. Crash and burn.
Man, Beef Nips, I loved it.
Although I think I've now...
And Rusty, hey.
I think I've gotten to the origin of the fist pump.
From this movie?
Yeah, like, pumping it, but they do this, which makes it look fucking weird and awkward, like weirdos came up with it.
But we should bring up the movies, I guess.
Oh, yeah. So, our first movie we're going to talk about tonight is, what we're doing tonight is Fast and the Furious 9, or F9, the Fast Saga, Finale Destination 2, and Robot Jocks. Robot Jocks is a great movie from '89. Final Destination 2 came out, I think, in '99 or 2001, in that era. And Fast 9 actually just came out last year. We originally picked the first Fast and the Furious, but I thought, you know what? My wife was right. I should have picked Too Fast, Too Furious. It's kind of like our movie. One of the songs in the movie was played at our wedding.
Oh, really?
Act a Fool, yeah. Ludicrous, Act a Fool. Like, you know the dumb thing everyone did, like dancing out into a song?
Is Ludacris getting smaller?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like he must have, like, what's that thing that old women get?
Osteoporosis?
Yeah, I think he's got a version. He must have a version of osteoporosis. He fits better in his Acura than he did 20 years ago. That's all I'm saying. The dude's, like, he went from Ludacris to Little Bow Wow, and Little Bow Wow went from Little Bow Wow to Big Fat Dog. No, I'm kidding. Oh my God, Little Bow Wow is like mini me for Busta Rhymes. Started out scrawny as shit with a whiny voice, and all of a sudden now is like the largest man on earth.
If you haven't seen Busta Rhymes when he's young, go look up his music videos. He's just a small guy.
If you want to see him at his pinnacle before he was Busta Rhymes, you have to look him up in... Fuck, what's the rap group he's in?
Leaders of the New School.
No, before that.
That was his first group. That's how he got big.
No.
Yeah, Leaders of the New School. That's what I listened to in high school.
I know, but there's a bigger group that got him famous to the world, and then not Flip Mode. He made Flip Mode Squad. This is gonna drive me nuts until I remember the name.
I
of the
think
band.
he did all this after Leaders.
If I type in Busta Rhymes group, we're gonna get stuck on Busta Rhymes. I'm just. It's Flip Mode Squad.
Thanks for coming back, Rusty. We're talking about nerdy stuff. You've probably even seen Robot Jocks.
Because he sings. Oh no, it's KRS-One.
Yeah, what about KRS?
He was rolling with KRS-One before he was in Leaders of the New School, and then he started Leaders of the New School. Or is it KRS-One? It's one of them, because he's on 4 of their songs on one album.
None of this matters.
I know, just Stone, but that's where I first heard him. And Break Your Neck is a great album. I remember I was working at a place where I had to package screws. Just put screws in a bag and heat seal them, throw them inside these. The containers held nuclear waste, or nuclear material, so like isotope things to be held in them and not screw up the world around them. Like small sample cores, I think are what they were for. Anyways, and the guy that worked there just had Bust Your Neck or Break Your Neck on repeat nonstop, and I'm like, can I take that home? Like, can I listen to that this week? Can I like go because you used to go copy a tape from somebody.
You best protect your neck.
I never brought it back. I listened to it on repeat, and mainly the one song.
Do we still have that freaking poll up? We do. I knew. Like, goddamn, we gotta turn that off. That's from like.
Okay, this I think we can do because we're not too stoned yet. We got the right page open.
Schmoopy, it's like Pacific Rim. It's the beta version or alpha.
Close poll.
There we go. Get rid of that thing.
All right, the poll. Although the poll got a song this week. Sabrina did a whole rhyme about our poll and played guitar over it. It was at the beginning of Sunday's episode.
What poll?
That poll, because we kept joking about trying to take the poll down. So she actually she did a whole rhyme and song about it. Open poll. Okay, poll is closed. What were the results? 4 votes. Everyone likes swampweed. Good job. The consensus is swampweed is good. So back to right, we were talking about Little Bow Wow and how he's like the mini version of Busta Rhymes because he started out scrawny and now is all big and muscular. But F9 is a true pinnacle of scientific achievement in film.
Pro. That's what pro.
Everything is perfect in reality. It is
Look it
all
up in the
based in the
book.
laws and rules of physics, and nothing even bends a minor physical law.
You're saying this about the movie overall?
Oh yeah, no, I'm kidding. One scene. Okay, let's just talk about the scene. Bring up the slide.
Whoever made these movies, like, how do you have such a poor understanding of physics? I realize there's some fun stuff, but good God, like.
Yes, everything in the movie is completely ridiculous, but I do want to talk about a 5-minute period where they actually follow physics and current things we do to a T.
Gutter Mofo's here. I think we need to maybe.
All right, bongo time for Gutter Mofo.
Hit a bong for Gutter. Thanks for coming
Well,
by, Gutter.
bongo time for everybody.
Yeah.
It's just been a minute since we smoked weed, so.
Oh, and Gutter, Beef Nips, and Leahy, thanks again, man, for pushing Dear Kimberly so much. Like, holy crap, I can't believe Sabrina played it yesterday on our stream. Like, what a dream come true. Like, never in my craziest dreams would I think something like that would happen. And it did.
Now I gotta go find,
so thank you, guys.
I've got to go make my favorite streamer and see if I can get them to play one of my songs. I don't have another one yet. She's my favorite streamer, but I mean, now I gotta go to somebody else. It wouldn't be cool to do the same one you did.
Like,
these are jokes.
Imagine one of your favorite bands. I know. Just one of your favorite bands playing one of your songs.
I know.
God damn. I still don't quite believe
Actually,
it.
ironically, it kind of happened, but not at the same scale because Heavy Petter covered Teresa.
Another local band.
Yeah, but I
Friends
mean,
of ours.
legitimately, I do not even associate those band members with Heavy Petter anymore. The music has been separated from the artists entirely because the artists all. Same with you guys. Like, when I'm listening to Dear Kimberly in my car, Nemesis, I'm not thinking about you on fucking drums. I'm not picturing Keegan on stage. These songs are separate from you, your entity as a person.
Yes, the persistence seemed to have paid off, and I can't thank you enough, man. Holy crap. It's so weird listening to... I listened to it like 30 times by now, I think.
Listen to it more times than he's actually listened to the actual song, probably.
No, I've still practiced it more, but I'll probably surpass it.
When you're not giddy, you understand sarcasm better.
Yeah, I missed it.
Oh, we have fun on this channel sometimes. Unfortunately, we're not joined by Ryan again tonight. I just realized that we never set up the link again. Just trying to motivate him to get here, but yeah, we'll be here Wednesday because I'm going to force him to get a ride with you. No, you have band practice.
Yeah.
So no, that's the one time it doesn't work.
Oh, right.
Because he's like, doesn't Zach have band tonight? I'm like, no, he's at the mall eating. Like, call him now. Anyways, hopefully you're watching, and Ryan is up in the chat there.
Have we ever heard gonorrhea? Am I reading that right?
Who's more like Little Busta, Beefy Nips, or Scotty Balls?
Oh, I want to bring
Absolutely forget that we gave someone access to all of this. Like he could go make commands and shit if he wants.
Oh, I didn't even see the poll there. Yeah. Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Another thing about Busta is if you watch his old videos while he's still small, a lot of them you can see he's got something about a mental issue about his own size or perception of it, because he wears suits that make him look huge, or like there's one where it's just
there's a body dysmorphia going on there.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think he's made him. You and I've talked about this before.
He's
I'm pretty
turned
sure.
himself into what he wanted to look like.
What he thought matched proportionally.
Yeah.
But now his head might look a little small for his body. Oh God, I'd love for someone to tell him that, and like he freak out and go the other way again. Like all of a sudden, the next thing he's like anorexic. And honestly, I didn't. It's funny that I have watched Sabrina religiously for about 3 weeks now. And the one time, like I'm tired. I got to go to bed at like 9 because I was on location shooting a documentary at like 3:30 the fucking this morning, and I'll be there again 3:30 this morning and for the foreseeable future. So like no, I got to go to bed. Like I'm not gonna start watching the stream date night with Megan. We're gonna get through the movies. And Sabrina's about to play. Serena learned 30 going on 13. I'm like, son of a bitch! Now I gotta watch. And then, like, all right, text me if she puts it on. And luckily, you got it right before she started. And man, that was awesome to watch.
Oh, it's unbelievable. We'll have a clip here soon. I just couldn't get to it with everything else. But
How do I commands? Can't you add commands?
No,
Same
you
place
just
you
want
had
to try.
polls.
Oversized clothes. I know what you're saying, Leahy, but like, I'm trying to remember the name
No,
of the
no,
one
no.
video.
The difference between Busta wearing oversized clothes in the 90s and the suits he started to wear in the 2000s were the pleats were gigantic, not the size. Everything fits him. The
He wore
expressions of the things in it.
bodybuilder suit.
Oh, you're talking
Like
the old
styrofoam.
music videos.
Yeah, like it looks like he has muscles. Like you put it on in like a Halloween costume.
But later on, if you notice, his suits and stuff have exaggerated lapels, exaggerated pockets, but they're still fitting. Like, you know what I mean? Like they.
He's a noob. I don't know why, but all right.
Because he didn't know he could make up commands. That's the part of the conversation that's going on in there as well.
Oh, for some reason I thought Scotty said that. I better smoke another bowl. That'll make my
Yeah.
head clear.
So on the table tonight we have 30 going on 13's Nemesis. Oh, we're not smoking Nemesis yet. We will be in a second. We are currently smoking Tiger Bomb, which is one of the smoothest, nicest weeds. On top of that, we have...
Give Me Some Mo. That's the song where he's small, but he's wearing a bodysuit.
Yeah.
Like, it's a crazy video. It's cool. If you like stuff like Fantastic Plastics, it's kind of crazy like that.
It's in
But
this... It
practical.
reminds me of Ludacris's Back the Fuck Up or whatever, where he's got the big hands. They do a really good practical dressing on him where he's got these almost Hulk-sized hands, and they match it into his elbows so they don't look... They look weird, but not
I
too
think
far
I've
off.
seen that. Who's the one? Is it Puff Daddy now or Kanye? They wear the huge suits, like the shoulders. It's like a costume, so it looks like you're
Like shoulder
like
pads,
ladies.
like you mean like
shoulder pads out further.
like the
than
elders
that.
from
Yeah.
Bill and Ted, the original one type idea.
I haven't.
They
seen
were
it.
making fun of the '80s shoulder pads by wearing garbs that literally.
But it looks like
"Who-
they're
who's
giants.
doing this?
It's a
I need a
music
picture.
video.
You got to find this picture.
Yes. It should be like a lot.
We have now been streaming for 20 minutes
We
and
haven't
mentioned
talked
our
about
films
anything.
twice. That's okay. We'll get there.
I really liked Robot Jocks, I gotta say.
And every time I explain why we started this in the first place, and it was so that we'd get organic conversation from a starting point. And I mean, if we start organic conversation without the starting point, then it doesn't matter. Although people might tune in to actually hear about the fucking movies. So
There we go. Kanye and Little Pump.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I've not seen it. I can't stand Kanye West.
Kanye West and Little Pump. I love it featuring Adele Givens.
Kanye West has 3 good songs. I don't care that he makes good beats. He's crazy.
They look like Minecraft
Oh, yeah.
characters.
Scotty put that up.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right, Scotty.
What does everybody listen?
I'll bet you a
Should
few
have
of them
exhaled
listen
before I
to
started talking.
a few of them listen to Sabrina's solo show. I bet.
I'm going to slap you.
Probably
You're-
one or two.
You ever been slapped by a fat man? No, we don't condone violence here, unless they make fun of your wife's alopecia. What does everybody prefer to listen to? Like, I want to hear some favorite bands, some favorite genres. Like, I'll go. I listen to hip hop, metal, and punk. That's pretty much the 3 majors.
I would take out metal and add. Well, you like ska music too, ska punk and all that.
That's all encased in
Yeah.
punk. Like, I mean, I like pop punk, ska punk, skater punk, punk, hardcore punk,
Electronic.
new age punk.
There is still new music that's being made. It's really great.
Which 3 songs are good? Oh, by Kanye. Grunge was on my list for most of my life and still has a place. Like, I like everything, but grunge is still high up there. And 3 songs by Kanye would be...
Those are not answers I would say, but I like those genres. It's just crazy how everyone likes different stuff.
Jesus Walks. His number 1 hit from his first album and his number 1 release on his second album.
I love Richard Cheese.
I'm mad at Dick Cheese. I am mad at Richard Cheese.
Why?
Because before the internet, I spent all of high school doing that.
Oh.
I crooned metal songs on my acoustic and sang them like, exit light, enter night. Like, doing Metallica and Pantera, and my friends would die over it. And then...
He has your bit.
I mean, I'm not the only person that's ever done this bit, so it's fine, but...
He's the most famous, I think, for it.
Metal, grunge, and country. Yeah, those 3 fit together pretty good.
Would you call my other band kind of country?
What? No.
Country influenced?
No, not even a little.
Well, we cover... They love that stuff.
It's surf mixed with a bit of old punk mixed with almost psychobilly.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I can't say why it's not psychobilly. I can't say why it's not psychobilly on air because there'll be a record, but I'll say it in commercial.
All right. Hip hop and rap was
Gold Digger. Yes, Gold Digger, Jesus Walks, and then there's another one that I can't remember the name of. And I might have just been saying there's 3.
That was one of the first songs I learned to play on drums. Gold Digger, because it's got a simple, repetitive.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I used to practice that one too.
Because hip hop is repetitive and easy on drums. Usually.
To be honest, I usually play about 3 hip hop songs on drums, and then I'll be like, okay, let's attempt a song with guitar in it, and then I'll go back to playing hip hop. Yeah, I'm not a good drummer. Zach is what I'm trying to say.
I love I can't do it. It's so high. She takes my money, but I'm in need. Oh, I love that song. It's so good.
Nick, so good. You know what? You're right. No, okay, you're wrong. Rusty Pride. No, you're wrong. Sorry, I should never say that. I have no authority in this matter whatsoever, okay?
I don't even know what it's about.
But
you're wrong.
What I actually think is that new country is Nickelback with a steel guitar. Like, Nickelback dropped their first album in 99. They dropped their first single, though, in 98 on the Molson Canadian Rocks Tour.
We'll get to the movies.
Yeah, we'll get
Maybe.
Molson Canadian used to give out CDs in their cases of beer. And it was called the Molson Canadian Rocks Tour. You could actually go to this tour.
I had that backwards. I was like, they were giving out beer with their CDs.
Pretty much, yes. And Nickelback, that was the first time I heard Nickelback or Creed.
I do not like Nickelback or Creed.
My Own Prison and whatever their first major song was. Yes, Nickelback is unfortunately Canadian.
Oh, yeah. Very unfortunate. And he was the
and
guy
then around
married
2000, yes.
Avril Lavigne?
Chad, yes. Avril Lavigne is Chad Kruger's Cum Sponge. She's going on tour with her ex-husband, Sum 41. She'll be in.
He looks rough.
Can I talk about this on air? Yes, I can, because there's no NDA or anything. I'm going to film Avril Lavigne, Sum 41, and Gob.
Like as part of a crew or something?
Yeah, like me and Ryan are going to do backstage shots and filming and stuff.
Can I get to meet Avril?
I'll ask if I'm
Will you get to meet Avril?
I don't know if I get to meet her, or I might be able to be like on side stage getting a couple shots
She'll
of her
be around and
you
might bump into her.
I would possibly be within throwing distance of Avril without offense between us, yes.
I think Girlfriend's my favorite Avril song.
Boyfriend? No, I could be your... No.
Hey, you...
Skater Boy.
I don't like your girlfriend.
The one between those. What's the middle one between those? She had like 3 songs.
Skater Boy was big. Complicated.
Yeah, that one.
That's the one I don't like. I like
Rock
Skater
95
Boy.
played it 3 times a day, every day. And I worked at a place that just played Rock 95. I knew that song off by heart. Unfortunately, it wasn't on purpose. It was the only punk-ish song that they ever played on the radio.
It's funny, I can't think of any more songs that I like by her. But I'm sure there's got to be one or more. At least a couple more. She's probably written like 60. Well,
I don't think she's written anything.
Yeah, she had a team that wrote them and she performed them. I'm with you. I'm not sure I know that one off by heart.
Well, we always used to joke that... Well, everyone in Canada jokes that Avril Lavigne married Sum 41, not Scott whatever.
They're called Sum 41 because that was how much their ages added up to when they started the band.
Nickelback is
It's not
because.
depressing.
Do you know what Nickelback's named after? This is not. This is serious. They.
The back of a nickel?
No, they agreed with this a couple years ago. In an interview way long ago, they deny it now, but there's an interview where they said, yeah, that's why. It was literally because like a double was like $1.95. You literally got a Nickelback from a toonie.
Okay.
It's not anything more than that. But that's how band names come about, though. Like, everybody wants all this significant meaning to it. My band name is because I was stoned, told a story, and my drummer made a joke. I'm like, that's our new band name. Which, side note, it almost ended up being Large Squirrel Scrotum Crisis. Seriously.
Hey, back of a nickel. I mean, they got two sides. I don't know.
Chad Kroeger is one of the most deplorable pieces of shit in the human race, period. I have no love for him whatsoever. However, much like Tragically Hip or AC/DC, Nickelback is just a drinking bar band that you can pound your foot to, and it's really good music. Well, oh man, I can't even look at him. This is worse than the dick pic for me. That is worse than dick move for me.
Tim Hortons came up in chat.
Oh, did they?
So
Tim Hortons isn't Canadian. Why would it come up in chat? I mean, it's based here, but it's none of its money goes here.
He knows what it is. He didn't know what Tragically Hip was.
Oh, Tragically Hip is a band that oods Canadiana. And they also are one of the bands that said Kurt Cobain was going to make it.
Rusty, you might be right, actually, if you've heard something different. I'll have to look into that. It might have been the 40th first day of summer that they started. I can't say that I know for sure that it was their 80th.
Yes, that's what was referenced. Double Double is Tim Hortons thing. It means two milk and two sugar.
I thought that was worldwide. No.
Nope. Where when you go to the U.S., you have to order something that uses the same word 3 times in 3 different languages, and then a 4th word that means none of them. Vente Grande. Fuck, Paul Rudd's rant is one of the greatest rants in the hit. It's from Knocked Up, where he's getting asked like, "What would you like for coffee?" And he's like, "I would like a large, 1 milk, 1 sugar, whatever." And she's like, "Do you mean a vente?" He's like, "No, I mean a large. Grande means large. This means large. That means large. In fact, vente is the only thing that doesn't mean large. It means 5 in Italian or whatever. Is it 5? Venti?" And like he just goes off on her, and the girl next to her is like, "Yes, he would just like a grande." It's really.
Leahy, I've been with friends at Starbucks, and their orders are ridiculous. Like they know it off by heart, and it's like, "What did you just say?" It sounded like another language.
Oh, my wife.
20. It means 20. Vente.
Vente. Sorry, yeah, vente means 20. That is one of my favorite rants in any film ever.
I vaguely remember it. I think I've seen Knocked Up. If I did, I don't remember.
You don't remember most movies.
What did we review this week?
So, Fast 9. Wow. We didn't even use the graphic. We forgot to bring up the other graphic we wanted to add. The whole reason we opened this originally to add graphics was to add Buckaroo Banzai, but that's okay. We're coming back to Fast 9. So let's talk about the one scene that made physics sense. Because I want to talk about the fact that they use something that we do. Like, we've done this in science. It's happened already. We have put...
Yes, F9, the newest one.
Yes. We have put a car in orbit.
F in chat.
And in this, they put a car in orbit. They use...
They didn't have people in the car.
No, I know. But I mean, everything that they talked about and wrote about for those... From launching the plane
I've heard a rumor.
to taking off on the car to going into orbit and how everything worked until they opened the doors in space, I say they followed every rule of physics and every rule of astrophysics as we currently know them.
I think so many things would have gone wrong on the way there that...
Yes. I'm not saying that shit wouldn't have blown up or it should have been engineered better, but what I'm saying is that scene doesn't break anything. Can you give me a specific law that they broke or something that they did wrong in that scene before they opened the doors? We talked about that. They could have reinforced the windows and put on shielding on them.
I mean, it seems so unlikely they could have hobbled together space.
Oh, if your first thing is that they did it with a Fiero, yes, of course. But you got to display, like...
You can take planes up on the back of something else to get them into low orbit like that.
Yes. Low weight, even single passenger vehicles, in theory, and in practice now, can go suborbital or orbital.
But they're jury rigging all this stuff, and you need like space age materials and testing, and things go wrong. Like the way that they talk about luck and maybe they're invincible. No, they got a superpower where they can MacGyver something and it works. It wouldn't in real life. Like
As long as we obey the laws of physics, we'll be okay. It's all just math and science.
that is a line from this movie.
I preclude that in this scene, they're following all physics and laws properly.
But look, even the rockets attached to the sides of the car, you would need like lightweight titanium alloys that wouldn't rip apart. Like it's bolted to the car door, it would just rip off. That's just cheap metal.
I mean,
The force is involved.
have you ever been in a Fiero? They're pretty well engineered, put together vehicles, is all I'm saying.
Even the level of the tank they have near the end, you would need something even close to that, but it's too heavy. You'd need lightweight materials.
Although there was one, oh sorry, up until the program to stop until the magnets don't work up there, which I can't believe they're going to use magnetism again. But see, up until the magnets didn't work up there, I precluded they used physics, because right after that they used that rocket on the top, which would only work in the atmosphere, in space.
Oh yeah, you need to bring oxygen with you
They,
to burn.
they
in a
did
vacuum.
have things blowing out the way that we use those controlled
The
bursts.
fiberglass shell would have been disintegrated.
They reinforced all of it. You can see all the rivets going through it. I'm just going with they did the right thing.
Tokyo hit. And no one dies in this anymore. They all come back, including
But
Paul
they
Walker.
didn't need to add the fire to the jet, because they were using like the same way we use control bursts on orbital things. They were using that. They had little jets everywhere that were moving the car, so it made no sense that the fucker like turned the NOS on
Oh,
and like and then hit the gas pedal.
what about the race at the start? You used the NOS at the wrong time.
Too soon.
Too soon. And he loses control. Like, why did you... 'cause-
Okay, no. Do you want to know why they're
Well, you
there?
do, but he...
No, there's
Dom
a
never
joke.
does.
They made a joke there. That is a car club, car guy joke. So the big thing is that there's only a handful of cars that you can't really drift properly because they have no fucking control. And that generation of Mustang, like,
Oh, it
they're
had
known
no-
for getting into wrecks at car shows, trying to be cool and doing dumb shit. So when he loses that bit of control, I really feel like that's kind of... Because all the good guys drive Dodges. You see, they talk about the 70s Charger like it was built by God herself.
That Kiefer Sutherland show 24, all the bad guys had Macs. Even when they were secret agents, you could predict after the show played out. It's like, oh, they had a Mac. Of course they were going to be a villain. And all the PC people were the good guys.
That's common though, right? That's at least a good way to buy space without it. But yeah, it's even
Quarter mile lasted 3 minutes.
every one of them.
108.
Or listen, Fast and Furious has found some pretty cool spots where physics do get bent.
And
Where
it seems
the
like the
quarter
same
mile,
crowd.
instead of lasting 10 seconds, lasts 3.5 minutes. Or when a single runway that is only a half mile long lasts 19.5 miles. Because if you go watch all the scientists on YouTube, they track out how long that scene is in Fast 7 or Fast 8.
Well, at the beginning, they're coming down a hill for what seems forever.
I've
How
heard-
long is this hill? Like, and then he jumps off a cliff, catches a rope in his wheel well, swings the car into a cliff,
Whoa,
body
wait.
rolls, and they're fine.
With precision, turns his wheel to extra lock it at the right time.
We're caught on the fiberglass on the inside.
Oh my god, and Bongo Time. Bongo Time. We have a Bongo
12th
Time.
gear.
And the fact that she gets in a rental van
Bongo time for
with the
ladies.
biggest magnets on the planet in it, the most advanced throw your voice magnets available, but just deny the fact you said I've never driven before, then gets in an automatic vehicle and changes gears 37 times. Like she knew, even if it was standard, like she knew to downshift and upshift at certain times. She's precisionally driving over medians and open spaces. She drifts it twice. And I'm like, what the fuck? You just said you've never driven before.
After having driven for at least a decade, I learned standard, and I was stalling downtown Toronto, like in rush hour traffic. I couldn't do it, and she's doing amazing stunt driving.
I've stalled the car maybe about 5 times my whole life.
Oh, I saw the whole bunch when I first learned.
I grew up with motorbikes and shit that had clutches, so I kind of already had the principle. And I started driving standards when I was like 13. See, that's the problem is if you would have grown up in Esmeralda, you probably wouldn't have gotten into physics, but you probably would have started driving dumb shit earlier. There's a trade-off, right? Anyways.
They do not know how magnets work at all in this either.
Magnets, how do they work?
Thank you for following.
What's the actual
Kinda.
line? Oh, thank you very
Thank
much.
Did I get the
I
name
think
right?
that's Kenda. Conda.
Kindalas MC.
Oh, there's no G. Right, okay. I'm bad at these names sometimes. I was thinking Cundalingus in Ken, but it's
Oh,
Kendalus.
no, you didn't have to
Kindless.
associate the name with that.
I didn't mean to, but it's how I read it, and I read
That's
it
the
wrong
kind
at
of
first.
channel unfollow.
They can't read names. I'm out of here. We read numbers well. No, so yes, they deny physics a lot in these movies, but like I said earlier, like these movies are now in the vein of things like Rambo 3 or Die Hard 3. Pretty much any movie that got to a 3 and beyond just got more and more ridiculous, but we celebrated them for being.
Who celebrated them? I wasn't when they came out.
Oh, come on. These movies are like. Do you not like
I do
Oceans
like them now.
1, 2, and 3?
No.
Really? You don't find
Isn't
them
it
entertaining?
9, 10, 11.
It's Ocean's 11, but that's in reference to owning a number of people.
Rick and Morty spoiled the heist formula by deconstructing it and making fun of it so bad.
I haven't watched any of them since, with the exception of the Fast and the Furious movies, because that's what they are. They're
You
action.
son of a bitch, I'm in.
That's what this movie is. The series are action movies that
The
got
action was really
blended
good.
with heist movies, and they make fun of themselves so
I
many
know
times in this
they
movie.
are totally self-aware. I actually kind of liked the movie, but it didn't grab me. Like Robot Jox grabbed me more. I was paying more attention because it was so bizarre and weird. But well
I
done
felt
and
like I was
passionate.
watching the B-roll of Buckaroo Banzai.
And Pacific Rim's precursor.
Yeah, it's definitely Pacific. So yeah, I guess we have everyone in the chat we need to. So Beef Nips did I'm now calling it our monthly fan pick. That feels like a nice spread out of doing fan picks. Like we'll do one a month or.
Rusty, I couldn't finish Transformers 3. There was like, I tried so many times, and I would fall asleep watching it, and it was so bad, and I didn't want to start again. God damn, that movie sucks.
Okay, I don't quite believe they're at the people go to Fast and Furious to see how stupid they are. I just believe we're at the point of they go there to see how big they've gotten, how big they can go. To say it's still a car movie, it's not. They don't work on cars. We don't see them building them anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't talk about...
And I do miss that. But also 5 movies of that would have been boring too.
Well, it's like being at a car club where you don't really know all the details. They're trying to appeal to everyone. And they're like, I don't know about cams and struts and all that. I just want to see them go to space on the back of a ship and drop a car.
I upgraded my triangle bolt. Now my car goes faster.
I add NOS and I hit the button and I go fast. That's what
Oh, the conga line of a tanker that they have to take down.
Yes.
First off, he couldn't stop it, get it to do anything. They were gonna all die on it, right? When it was out of control after they flip it over and stuff, or he's gonna die on it. Then, by the end of it, with one grenade, one simple grenade,
one.
he managed to precisionally get it back on its wheels, stop all inertia.
Their inertia doesn't exist in these movies, I've noticed.
Like, if something is
He saved it
tumbling,
off a cliff, and he drives back off the cliff
So-
after being flung.
it looks like 60 miles an hour. And I feel like if we put some land markers in and guesstimated some distances, I imagine we can actually figure it out. But I'm going to say
Yeah, you can.
it's sliding down at about 60 miles an hour, it felt like. So about 85 kilometers an hour? No, 100 kilometers an hour, right? 65 is 110?
But they
I
had
don't
to
agree.
keep going bigger,
But-
and everyone theorized go to space.
So a
So they had
bomb
to do it.
blows up at the front corner, causing it to somehow backflip into rolling this way. Now that's still 60 miles an hour of, hey, my truck is 2 tons. Like my truck is 5,000 pounds. So I'm going to say this truck is like what, 100,000
I
pounds?
was thinking that. Yeah.
Like, this is easily a 50-ton vehicle, right? Okay.
The big tank near the end.
At 60 miles an hour. I'm not going to ask Zach to do the actual math, but if something is moving at 60 miles an hour and weighs 50 tons,
everything that hit it just knocked out of the way like a ping
it's
pong ball.
rubber wheels hit pavement and you just hit the gas pedal, that should break all inertia going this way and force it to go this way, right? That'd be like a turbo for going straight and changing directions at 50 tons.
They had Bugatti tires, which are like 20 grand each.
I'm not normally the one that's pounding on science here, but like there's some basic math that just doesn't add up here. But that's the whole point. These movies are supposed to be ridiculous, and with a single grenade, the hero flipped a 50-ton vehicle and made it change directions, and then tail whipped it like it was a BMX into a plane.
Yeah.
I mean, John McClane might have done it first, but all he did was drive straight. Dom had to one-up John McClane, and that's what we got. We got John McClane, but with cars.
You had to bring up John McClane.
Oh, I figured you were just going to be quiet and do that softly while I said, yeah.
He's still rumored for the sequel after the 5th movie, Die Hard 6.
The bottom isn't the hard part of this joke.
It's
the 6.
Well, I've heard he has some trouble speaking words properly, which might explain the title, because we're still... Internet's trying to decode that one. But I feel bad for Bruce, too. It's true. Like, I do want him to be better. But there are rumors of this movie coming. And by rumors, I think I might have started them.
I mean...
Allegedly.
Who owns that property?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, they probably...
Probably
just...
him at this point.
Not if you have to do those fucking
Yeah,
40 movies for cash, man. He has been divorced too often and done too many drugs. Like, he's still, like... No, not drugs. Sorry, he's just known to be Hollywood's asshole.
Sorry, you just reminded me. I came across Jose Canseco. He's on Tough Times. And his daughter dated one of the Logan brothers. Oh, yeah, I can tell you all this
Like,
stuff.
one of the top home run hitters of the 90s?
Check out
one
Rough
of
and Rowdy Boxing.
Wasn't he like one of the best base stealers and hitters?
He's another athlete that didn't manage their money and now they're massively in debt. He is ring boy on like Redneck Boxing on YouTube. He's a ring boy at the events there.
That means we could get him.
I think he has drug problems, so maybe. Well, hey.
Show him the content. Who wants to watch a movie with Jose Canseco on drugs? Man, we.
But that's not what I was even getting at.
Every day we get closer and closer to flagrant. That's all I'm saying.
So his daughter dated one of the Logan brothers, like Logan or Paul brothers, Logan Paul.
Oh, the fighters.
Jake Paul, yeah.
Yeah.
And there, you
Not
can look
Paul
up this
Walker.
video. Canseco tweeted like, "Oh, you loser! You dated my daughter. I don't like that. Like, I'll challenge you to a fight." And Logan Paul's retweet was, "Sure, I love smashing Canseco's." Oh my god.
He won.
Oh my god. Yeah, he already won the fight just with that tweet. I don't even really like the Paul brothers, or know anything about it.
Okay, yes, they were sad, but he got paid well to barely be in the movie. And to be honest,
$1
he's
million
probably
or
going
two.
He's probably going to get paid well to continue to be in Die Hards the same way that new fucking dog movie with James Dean is happening. We talked about this a bunch about the legalities of owning people's images in perpetuity. And if you go and watch the David Chappelle show or the David Chappelle special. It's not. These aren't comedy specials. This is just him talking and bitching about
I've
shit.
noticed the last few years. It's
No, he usually
more
does
that.
talking, bitching, comedy special. Talking, bitching, comedy special. And he had a 5-thing contract with Netflix. He just happened to do 3 talking things
5
and 2
bitches,
specials.
5 talks.
No, he did like 3 bitches and 2 actual comedy specials. And one's a borderline because it's one long story and there's some good punchlines, but it's not really funny all the way through. Anyways, when he's telling the story about the Chappelle show, he brings up that exact thing. And this is before Matt Pat did his thing and we started talking about the James Dean movie and the Grand Moff Tarkin and stuff. But like, they signed these contracts. It's like, we own your likeness and name and rights in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Like, forever. That we own you until you
Yeah.
force us out of this specific contract. Like, god damn. If I ever get in Hollywood, I'm gonna get you. You need to read my shit. I'm too dumb. Like, yeah, money, sure.
Rusty, I kind of agree with you saying he's an angry white guy from the suburbs now.
He makes that joke himself.
There was when he got angry about Netflix taking his special, and he got it back eventually, but I agree with them.
No, his show. They took his show down.
They shouldn't use it and make money, but it's like, dude, you don't need more either. So maybe you should just say no one gets it then. Like, I don't know what the right answer is, maybe, but it felt weird going like, oh yeah, Dave, I feel bad you don't have another 20 million or 10 million. Because I don't feel bad if he doesn't get it.
No, I don't feel
I don't
bad
want
for
someone else
him,
getting it.
but he is just like that whole thing. I think was more. He's just trying to make the point that these people are fucking
true.
evil.
But he also made it. I was like, you're doing a little too much sob story for yourself. Like, I don't relate to you that much anymore. Now that
Maybe
you've
I
been-
get it, but I remember like Weinstein was still in the news, and other things were happening where Hollywood's just the world's worst place. Epstein's in the news big. You know, he's committing suicide, and then Chappelle comes out and says, "Yes, everyone in Hollywood is fucking evil." And I'm like, it just rang home that it's just been what we'd been talking about a lot. So I don't connect with the whole, oh, poor guy didn't get another couple million, but that's not really what he talks about. He does make the joke at the end, though.
I'm
if
just
you
talking in general.
pay
but yeah.
me. Like, yeah, well, you get paid, man.
I still love Chappelle, but he used to be like this, and now he's just more average. But he does seem pretty smart sometimes.
You seen Chappelle live? I have not. I would
That would
like
be
to
amazing.
I would love to. Even at one of his bitching talks. He can be an angry white guy from the suburbs, and that'd be
still
cool
wanna
to see him
see it.
live. Yeah,
He's still one of my favorite comedians.
because if he's smoking cigarettes on stage, you know I'm gonna light a joint. I'll be at the front stage with a blunt, be like, Mr. Chappelle.
He might ask for it if he smells it.
Actually, I'll tell you a cool story. That happened with one of my favorite bands. I lit a joint front stage center. They
Trevor
took it,
Noah, no way.
stopped the entire show because their drummer's like, I want some of that joint. And then it took them like 5 minutes to get back to where they were playing. Do you remember that? It was you. It was you that did that.
Okay.
We were at a big music festival last year, and 30 Going on 13 was closing the night off. And like, I threw like a whole, like, it was like
That was a good night.
2 ounces of weed and field trim into like the fire pit, and then I rolled up a big ass joint and handed it to Adam for one puff. So I was like, "Can I have some?" And the whole they just stopped. They were just about to start a song. They just stopped dead, and everyone in the band passes the joint around, and then it finally gets back to me half smoked and canoed because the drummer got it.
I do tend to canoe him. It's a special power.
Knows every other law of physics except for thermodynamics, apparently.
I vaguely remember the 3 laws. Energy can or cannot be created. Everything has an equal and opposite reaction. Entropy always increases. And I forget the phrase.
Entropy's 2. That's the number 2 one. The second law of
Well, I'm not
thermodynamics.
doing them in order.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember. And then things in this will become the same temperature, even out in a closed system. Something like that. Morgo! Oh my god. Hey, man. Thanks for coming
Oh,
by.
thanks. We just and even though I pronounced the name horribly, they subscribed.
For
6 months.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, definitely that's a bongo time and a dab time. It hit a bong. I'm
Man,
gonna get down
please
to
tell
it.
us how to say your name correctly for that. Kinda. Because it's a little hard to read from back here.
Kinda last MC.
Kinda last MC. Man, that is awesome. We'll have to check
That
it
still
out.
makes me think of Kundalingus for some reason.
Well, they didn't unfollow. They subscribed for 6 months. Thank you. And Morgo, man, awesome you're here.
And yeah. Wait, where's
Oh,
Morgan?
man, I've
There.
watched tons of stuff about that kind of stuff you're referencing, Morgo. Bongo Time for Kinda Last.
Whoa.
And Morgo at the same
That's that went a little stronger than Dave Chappelle bitching about the powers that be.
Oh, and then look at what Morgo posted next. That's more Morgo's style. That's Sabrina licking a donut.
Oh, that does not look like a donut though.
Yeah, that's the point. It's TOS. It's fun.
So Sabrina and Justin a little freaky. I like those two.
They have a good sense of humor. Oh, there we go.
Okay, that's starting to feel like an orgy. I'm gonna start posting that one when you guys play Dead by Dawn.
Oh, I don't have it on my phone. It's a extension thing.
Cause
Slub chub. Slub chub. Man, I can't believe it, Congolas. That's so nice. Thank you.
yeah, we're always amazed that when anybody subscribes, we're happy to just have followers and anybody who wants to converse with us. I feel like subscriptions like that automatically deserve like the next movie pick and stuff. I don't know.
If they want.
I've never been one to.
Robot Jocks had a Dead by Daylight scene. At the end, he's fixing the giant robot hand that shoots the bad guy.
Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah.
he's fixing all the wires. That's what you do in Dead by Daylight. You fix generators.
Yeah, and if the generator shot a big fucking bomb hand afterwards, I'd probably be more interested. But there's no guns. I want to kill things.
You can be the killer. Don't you
I'm
want to play as
down.
Pinhead or Freddy?
When I finally play, just give me a little more time with Destiny, and then I'll be there. When I finally play, I'm going to be the killer. It's the only thing that seems to make sense for me in that game. But I think it's going to be a fun game. I'm just more screwing around. Here you go.
Oh, we got lots for Final Destination 2.
Oh, yeah. It's nice to be an hour in, and we've barely talked about the first movie. Dab time?
Alright.
It's Morbin time. I keep meaning to tell you, if you just try and hold that a little longer at the beginning, before letting go, you probably wouldn't cough like that. But, he still coughs. Hashtag baby lung crew. I've already coughed tonight, so I'm not going to say that. I should take that back, because I guarantee I end up coughing off this one. Tasty, though, eh? Smooth.
Oh my god.
So, I mean, overall, Fast and Furious is a fun movie. They're if you're looking for intelligent writing, well, there is intelligent writing. There's an immense amount of intelligent writing, and it's focused entirely. Listen, it's a good Michael Bay movie. Okay, it's the best version of what that genre holds in my mind. It's not in the same genre. Well, it's honestly getting to be in the same genre as Marvel. It's getting pretty fucking close with the universe is building. But I mean, like, it's supposed to be in the same world as Michael Bay and who's the other one we've been making fun of a lot lately? His old movies were good, but his new movies are all just garbage. Like, they're all Michael Bay movies. Cameron, and there's three of them that kind of hold that, just blow it up and make it dumb. But I think Justin Lee and that gang and whoever wrote this last one, that they're kind of doing it a little better than those guys with a little better actors and stuff.
Kind of says Fast and Furious is just Point Break.
Yes, 100%.
But it has Swayze.
I mean, they don't even try and hide that the first one is, like, Brian's even a blonde-haired Californian kind of goofball. Like, they really don't try and hide that they took Point Break and made it new.
I don't really remember Point Break. I don't seem to remember any movie I saw in the last 20 years.
A young new cop
When I was young.
goes to infiltrate a gang of rebellious kids that do stunts and fast action things and rob people.
I was messing up.
Wait, what movie am I talking about?
I was thinking about Gross Point Blank with John Cusack as a killer.
But what movie was I just describing?
That dab already raised
it. Literally the identical description for Fast and the Furious or Point Break. So yes, absolutely stolen.
Yeah, chapters in a series.
Exactly.
But then Hobbs and Shaw is still...
Yeah, it's an extended universe chapter. Like, it's just, hey, this story happened between these guys.
I'm surprised there's not more side
There are.
spin-offs.
There's a cartoon series
Okay, that's what I'm talking
that
about.
takes place. Dom's like 60 in it. Everything's a little more advanced, so they just jumped a couple. Like, think of all the technology they're starting to use in the movies now. Now these kids have like cars that do weird shit. Like,
Yeah.
and it's really fun. Like, it's like the new Transformers almost.
And where can they go next, though? Because space was what the fans always joked about.
All right, I'm gonna say my theory, but only on this channel, only once, because I didn't actually tell you before.
Like time travel or
no,
alternate dimensions?
but who the bad guy's gonna be?
Like robots or AI or aliens?
No.
Aliens.
No,
Aliens,
they
can do
need
aliens.
one pinnacle, like they do in the last 4 or 5 movies. There's one, Shaw's brother, Shaw. You remember, like, it was Shaw's brother was the first one. Had Letty.
Well, now that you can introduce any family members, Dom has a brother. That's new in this.
They've never talked about Dom's mom.
So you think she'll be the villain?
Dom's dad was this normal dude that raced a car. Dom's mom was probably
Cyborg Paul Walker. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
I'd be down.
they got it. Yeah,
But no, Dom's
AI.
mom is never talked about, so she'll have to be like this government agent, and that's why they could tie why the whole series makes sense now.
Well, that's okay.
Why
I'm
Dom
talking
has these skills, so his mom will be like Shaw's mom
But I was
my
thinking
6.
more what's over the top. Like, that's a good plot point. Like,
Oh no, I just have a theory on the bad guy. The bad guy's going to be Dom's mom, and he's going to be compelled to help her.
I think Leahy's heading out for the night. I think he's passing out. Nazda means good night
Oh,
in Welsh.
Leahy, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Leahy.
Leahy, best mod. We love having you around. Thanks for putting that poll up. Have a great evening. Sleep well. And remember, it's Morbin time.
Thanks for coming by, Leahy. And I'm sure I'll see you in another channel soon. Probably tomorrow.
Corey Trevor is spirit animal. All right, now that we've said goodbye to Leahy, we should have a bongo time for Leahy.
Oh, Morgo was talking about the Point Blank remake. Or saying no one talks about it.
No, because it was just stupid. Like, it just... Didn't they... Okay, there's nothing... I don't want to jump down a actor rabbit hole, but there was no... I'm pretty sure they gender swapped one of the two characters. They just do these things and didn't... If you're going to remake something, just go remake it. If you're going to make something new, just fucking make something new and say that it's an homage to that. It was like Lethal Weapon. They made this TV show that was passable. It was a good buddy cop TV show. But it was also highly scrutinized because they could have called it anything, but instead they called it Lethal Weapon. Trying to get instant fans, and they did, but a generation of fans that grew up on it. So it was like, this isn't right. They could have made any show and it would have been awesome. This show was so fun, but it got over scrutinized because they called it Lethal Weapon. Point Break, same thing. It was it got bad rap. It got a bad rap for bad acting and writing. I didn't watch it, but I'm guessing it's not as bad as it was talked about to be. You know, it was as bad as it was talked about to be. Morbius.
Oh my god, yeah.
It went back to theater.
Because all the memes.
Bombed.
I just found this out. I knew it was going back to theater, but you said it just came out.
Do you know what this proves,
And it made,
though?
like, no money.
It proves that they're listening but don't understand.
They're just listening to a vocal minority that shouldn't
No,
be
but
listened
they
to.
weren't. They listened to trending. They listened to, like, Morbius's
That's
hashtag.
what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like, most people don't tweet, so
So
the vocal minority gets
Now seems like like some of these movie companies, especially companies like Sony and DC with Warner Brothers. No, Paramount? Warner Brothers. Who the hell's DC working with? HBO and is it Warner Brothers?
apparently Satan, because he can't do anything right.
No, they're working with Satan. This would all work.
That's true. They would have made a deal. They made a bad deal.
Yeah.
A bad deal.
What was my point?
Morgan hasn't watched any superhero movie since the first X-Men. That's crazy. Morgan, that's like 80% of our content. Well, not really, but a lot.
Wow. Like none? Like not even like M. Night's series or anything at all?
Oh, for Morbius, yeah, it's terrible.
Oh no, we made a huge mistake. We went for my birthday. And though I really appreciated going out with all my friends to a movie, we really should have went to the Batman.
Yeah, we should have seen the Batman.
And I'd already seen it, but it would have been worth just to get it in the theater because it was a pretty fun movie. Hell of a lot better than Morbius. Right.
Not in theaters. There ain't much
It
left in
proves that the
superheroes.
heads of these type of studios are the equivalent to, like, people on Facebook just reading the headline. Like, headlines that'll be like, frogs are turning babies gay. And the whole article's about, frogs that can change sex in certain stresses, and it has nothing to do with that, but now everyone's afraid of frogs. Because that's what these people are doing. They're reading headlines like, Morbius, top trending movie of all time, so
I
on and so
can
forth.
see in a boardroom meeting, they're like, just show me the numbers. What are
Yeah.
they-
Oh, Morbius is
And they're all
trending more than...
overworked and
yeah.
They want to clickbait their boss, get promoted.
Oh, people are either getting fired, or maybe it'll work, though. Like, this is how cult classics come along. Sometimes something's so bad that people rewatch it and rewatch it and rewatch it, and it becomes part of, like,
Everyone
The
keeps...
Window. No, The Door. The Door? The James Franco movie about the bad movie.
Oh, it's about The Room.
The Room, sorry. Yeah, I was getting there. I was naming things in a room. I would have gotten to The Room.
No, Lisa.
But like it's like that. That
I did
movie is
not hit
terrible.
her.
There's nothing good in that film
Oh,
at
hi,
all.
doggy.
But people rewatch it and make fun of it and tear it apart, and that's what's made it a cult classic.
Yeah, well, he just got everything wrong on every level, on every way you possibly could, and he wasn't
I
aware
know,
of it.
but people watch it religiously now. So I think Morbius. I think maybe the studio's trying to do that too. Like, shit, we don't have a good movie.
But this isn't like
what
that
if we?
where...
What if we use the bots to make it a cult classic, so we can get the back end
Yeah.
later on?
It's just, it's not... It doesn't have the humorous what the fuckery of The Room. Like, The Room, you're like an alien wrote
No,
this,
but it's just
an
no.
alien.
It's not about the movie. It's just an example of a cult classic that's bad. There's many cult classics that are bad films. There's
But
just
they usually have some redeeming feature to their
no. But that's what I'm saying.
badness.
I think the studio's taking a new marketing
They're
attempt
trying
here.
to
I
do
think
that.
they're actually attempting to make this a cult classic.
Their Discord
Forcing.
is unmoderated, and you can... It's bizarre. You gotta check out Morbius' Discord. You
That's
can
what we
level
should have used for ours.
up. Oh, it's running nonstop right now. People just post weird Morbius memes. Jared Leto, yeah.
Oh, I don't understand how he gets used so poorly twice in a row when he's such a good actor. Like, I genuinely believe he's a great actor. I know he overacts a little bit, but like his Joker was. I don't care if
Yeah,
he else.
Morbius
His
got
Joker was good.
They just hear the 200,000 likes. They're like, oh, it's publicity.
Yeah.
All publicity is good publicity to them.
I mean, all I'm saying is that it was a flop, and maybe a young executive was like, "I think I can make it a cult classic if you give me a bit of a budget."
He did,
It'd be neat to find out if that's if that happened.
he just wanted to get on the MCU roster instead of
Yeah,
DC.
yeah.
Because, man, his Joker, he's the worst Joker.
Don't make me play the clip again and again and again.
What's
I can
the-
show you a Joker that is. I can.
He's got one scene that you like, and it's like, yeah, okay, he's acting good in there. Way to go.
No, but you don't get the point of that scene to me. What it means that scene shows that they
You have
had
to
a good
explain what
movie.
the scene is.
It's the post credit from the Snyder cut, and the reason I'm so obsessed with the scene is that not only was it well acted, it was well written, it was well proposed, it ends awesomely. We've both been through the Injustice series, so we know what the fuck they're talking about. And it's almost perfect. I mean, if I had to pick a moment in all of DC's movie history, this is the most perfectly filmed scene in all of
I
DC's
just don't
history.
understand why you put so much importance on one scene where it's like, even if
'Cause
it's the
it-
most perfect scene in any movie ever, it
Could you
doesn't balance
imagine?
out
Okay, imagine
all
go
other
back to the
terrible
first
things.
Transformers.
The worst,
Let's say
terrible, garbage.
exactly.
Yeah.
But let's say when Bumblebee transformed for the first time, it was perfect, seamless, intricate, and they showed every movement how it would actually happen. But then the rest of the movie, they did what they did. Would you not sit there and go and be obsessed with that one perfect scene? Like, why didn't you? You had it. Like, it's like having the biggest fish on your line and then not losing it because you break your line, just throwing your rod in the water.
I guess I just go, well, all the other characters tend to have their perfect scenes, so he just got one.
None in all of both cuts. 9 hours of bullshit. A minute and a half of perfection. And that's why I'm obsessed with it, because you did 9 hours of bullshit.
Hey, there's some really bad jokes with Batman and Aquaman. They tried to do some humor, and it was so bad in that.
Exactly. Like, it's awkward and painful. However, there's a good scene, and that's what I mean. So that's why I give, like if they would have made, they could make Injustice and make it good.
Oh, Morgo got banned.
Hmm?
He just typed too long.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Morgo. I think we don't really play too much with the limits. I guess it's like Twitter sized.
We don't know how to change. Well, we just don't look into it while we're not stoned. Oh, crap. We have to lose this whole chat.
Why?
Because YouTube could have been lit up and we have no idea.
Somebody did say YouTube earlier. Damn it. Sorry, guys.
Oh, guys, if you're on YouTube and you're messaging, we're so sorry. We just forgot to put it on multi-stream, so we couldn't see it. We do love our YouTube fans as well.
We were not seeing the YouTube chat.
I'm a pro. That's what pros do. I'm a professional. Look it up in the book.
Oh, no, right. That's the short one, right?
I should have done the long one.
Yeah, so Bongo Time for YouTube. Sorry, guys.
In case you haven't noticed, we're kind of high.
Oh,
Scott-
God. We're sorry.
Oh, but Scotty's on Twitch, so
Oh, okay.
that's his alt account.
Oh,
They
you
were
guys
no-
are awesome. Like, you guys watch us in multi-accounts. It's amazing. Oh, right. No, we got rid of a couple of those and turned on the thing that auto does it, but they seem to still be able to get by
We
once
still
in a
have
while.
our friend strips without clothing.
every once in a while.
Tries to sell sex in poor English.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out if he means that they don't take the clothing off or they start naked. Because either way,
Strips without, clothing.
then what are you stripping? Like, are they taking their skin off?
There's a market for that, I'm sure.
No, God, no. I'm good. Kind of high, yeah. Yeah, we're kind of high.
Kinda.
A little bit.
Morgo, I'm so happy you stopped by. Bongo Time from Morgo again.
And I mean, we wouldn't be getting this high without our sponsor, Mad Dab Labs. Or,
Slaying, yeah, you're right. Or vivisection.
or our sponsor, Liquid Chrome. We get all of our glassware from Liquid Chrome. They give us some free stuff. They're local. You can check them out online. And Mad Dab Labs will ship you weed anywhere in North America. I'm tired of dancing around it. I just say what it is now. And you can buy the weed we're smoking right now, which is a special series coming out from Zach. There, I did my shilling.
I was thinking, he said flaying. I was thinking the other day about how horrible being scalped would be, where they literally just cut the skin along your bone and pull
It would be the one part that wouldn't hurt that much. No,
It's
you
true,
have a
it would-
lot less nerve
It would
endings.
mess with you so bad, though. Like, you'd be...
Am I not wrong in that? Yeah, you have a lot less.
I don't know. I don't want to try it.
Like, are you talking like skull cap and skin, or just skin?
Like, the horrific kind of some serial killers.
Like you're talking
Torture,
like shit. Who's Kingpin again?
Or they do it in Westworld all the time.
Vincent D'Onofrio. You're talking like Vincent D'Onofrio in Silence of the Lambs 3 or whatever. You don't remember that scene where like he's literally cutting a piece of his brain off and then frying it and eating it?
Oh, that was in Silence of the Lambs
3.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
That scene messed me up when I saw it for the first time when I was young.
Do you remember the Scary Movie version?
Yeah, kind
With who was that? Not he was a short little person, but not a full little person. And had like really messed up teeth, and that's who was in Smokey's brain.
Oh, I know who you mean. Yeah, that actor.
Not actor so much as just like a weird personality, like the Jackass era of the weirder you were, the more likely to be popular you are. Anyways, back to
Nowadays, that's just everyone.
pro streamer.
See, we got to set a hotkey for this.
Oh right, yeah, I never think about that. So now we're going to talk
We're
about.
professionals.
I guess this is technically a fan pick also. Finale Destination 2. DD Best Mod suggested this, and Zach took it as his pick. I guess I was the only one not to use a fan pick last week. Like, nah, fuck you guys. I'm picking my own movie.
I had been thinking about this for a while, so Beef Nips chimes in with the DD command.
DD Best VP, yes. VIP. But she did suggest Finale Destination 2, so...
Stay lifted Leahy. I can't stand that guy. I'm so glad he left. This is totally not his alt account here. I thought you were going to bed, man, but...
Call Me Nod is spirit animal. So, Finale Destination 2. Final Destination 2. We get to see... Oh, crap, I forgot I had multiples up there. Yeah, we get to see kind of where the last one left off, Flight 180. I mean, this movie.
I love these movies.
Oh, we should have
Love
had that
them.
song queued up, though.
The song that keeps playing up through the...
No, from Heavy Petter.
Oh, Murder Log.
Yeah. It's
Our friends wrote a song about
semi-inspired by this and semi-inspired by a accident that actually happened. But in that case, so I want to talk about that scene, which makes me talk about the movie, because those logs literally like tore people in half, but they're all fine. Like, these logs are impenetrable. So those logs would get picked up, and those logs would probably just go to a mill still. So somewhere someone's house would be made of all these murder logs.
I think the health authorities have to classify them as a biohazard and they get destroyed. Unless you've got corrupt
I
counties.
mean,
Yeah.
maybe in Canada, but the U.S. is kind of whatever.
And in
So I
case-
mean,
I want to explain too, in case you're wondering why Angel from Buffy's up there. I noticed that all the characters in this movie have a pretty direct.
they pressure
actor.
wash them. I'm pretty sure that's all that happens. I mean, I literally think, because you got to remember, this wood will end up getting in water and cleaned, and then this wood will get cut.
Oh, kinda. We're in Canada as well. We're outside.
Actually,
Toronto.
I'm from Espanola, where
outside Toronto.
all of our pulp and paper is made for most of the products coming out of there, and there's a huge lumber mill. But yeah, this wood would literally get. Oh, and at one point I worked at Shelburne Wood where we pre-treated wood, like put the.
You would hope that the laws would say, "Hey, this is contaminated wood. It
It's
has
not
to be
though.
destroyed."
The entire outer layer of that wood, the bark and main layer gets taken off. It gets cut by many saws, so you've got most of that core. That was all good, probably like big fir. Like there's no way those logs were easy 10 grand a piece. They might be insured, but they're not getting rid of those logs. I guarantee
Oh,
forestry you get those cut and put out there.
that just feels more like a business decision than
Yep.
what's the right thing to do.
We're not talking about the right thing to do. We're saying that those logs would end up building houses.
Greg, I mean, I know, of course, you like, and I'd be fine with it too, but that's not the right way to design.
Why? What is wrong with them? They're wood to be building things. You're not licking them. Listen, man, if a bunch of chicken wings flew through those heads, maybe get rid of the chicken wings.
The problem is,
like, why can't you use the logs?
the problem is there's people around the world that aren't happy with that too, and so if it's not a question of like, hey, we need to make as much money as possible. When you have a person die all over some logs, you don't wipe it off and make some chairs. You go, okay.
But why not? I don't understand why not.
Do you not understand? A lot of people would be upset to receive wood that had been.
I'm talking about logic, not whether those people should
and I'm talking about the logic of how you have to
So we
run
should
things.
affirm everyone's feelings about wood
If it's
and
not
what
a
to
question
do with
of
it
money.
when it's unwanted.
If it's not a question of money, have
So
some respect for a dead
If
person's
someone wants to
remains.
cut that wood off and get rid of it, you should affirm that feeling and be okay with that.
Say that again.
Oh, I'm being a dick. No, we should be able to cut up the logs. And this guy went down a really weird path.
I'm a physicist. I don't believe in any hauntings.
Well, and that's what I was kind of trying to get at, is that the only reason not to is that you believe that the wood holds some sort of the person. It's going to be washed, pressure treated, or washed, cut up, pressure treated.
Also,
and
the whole
built
world
shit.
lost its mind about germs for 2 years. So, I mean, you're telling me they're like, just wipe some blood off the wood.
10% discount.
See, that's all the reality of commerce and stuff. But I'm talking Star Trek society.
They would sell these.
Post-scarcity.
They would sell this timber to a specific crowd that wanted them for 50% more.
Oh, there's collectors that would be like, "Oh, it's that murder where
The murder log.
they foresaw their own deaths, and ooh, that was the police officer that died."
But literally, in cleaning, shaping, and cutting, there would be no blooded parts left.
Oh, I totally agree. The inside is uncontaminated.
So I think that's the only regulation they needed. No outside pieces.
I mean, if they
And they
could
don't
make-
keep that shit anyways. That
if
all
they
goes to chipper. Actually, that stuff gets used too. It gets chipped into wood chips and shit.
If they could make money by causing a small amount of cancer, they would. And I don't think it's cancer at all. Of course, I don't know at all what it is really, but
What, his Hunt syndrome?
yeah. I mean, people have ideas. I'm not saying
Like,
anything.
did they take a picture of him and superimpose his face from like the girlfriend era? Because these are not the same people, but this ad campaign's from this year.
Photoshop.
Oh, that's some Marvel level de-aging, bud. So, did you know that Tim Hortons has halted production of the first generation Tim Biebs boxes, and now the exact same printing, nothing else is different except it says edition 2?
Of course, because that makes it more valuable. Now there's a distinction for collectors.
And that's what I tried to explain to people. Like, they're just creating scarcity inside something that every other marketer has already figured out. And Tim Hortons like, oh wait, we can give collector stuff. Like McDonald's has been doing it for 40
There's
years.
some people that still have some money they haven't sucked out yet. So you got to get every penny you can. Oh, and I'm not bothered by the blood on these things at all either. It's just the right thing to do
Fucking cold water timber.
for overall society, I think. Oh, I get confrontational all the time. I'm just back reading chat a bit. Got into it there. Matazing
Oh.
marzipan.
I'm totally down for discount 2x4s. I don't care if there's blood on them currently.
Oh, I would buy a house that was cheap because of murders.
I would have eaten at Burger King the next day.
Yeah.
The song was playing in my head.
Oh. Oh.
Right, you don't listen to lyrics.
No. It's just another instrument to join
Well,
the
I'm
chorus
joking about murder or bloodbath at Burger King, the song.
that I coincidentally cover.
You do, and playing with the band next month.
I got a show like next week or something in Newmarket.
Yeah. Depending on the night, I might be there.
You're tearing this chat apart. So line from the room.
And I will never tear us apart. Sorry.
Ramsey Hunt. That's it. $6 for a ready 2x4. See hair short. Country hair short.
A 2x2? Jesus. There's only like 1.79 by 1.79. And they're charging $6 for an 8-foot. That's fucking ridiculous. Okay. We're really not a lumber channel. But apparently because of the, well, what we're covering is.
Despite the fact that we have pictures of lumber
True enough.
on a hot button when we don't even have our marijuana leaf on a hot button.
Well, you could have set that up.
I know.
I'm not the only one. But let's get back to talking about Finale Destination 2.
We don't get wood.
That's Ryan. He's having a staring competition with Chat, and
He's our third member that moved away, so he's a little further. Can't make it as often.
he will be back. Hopefully, he'll be here Wednesday, maybe next Monday, and we will figure out how to properly get him up on screen live with us soon.
And a couple of our streams, the pictures talked more than Ryan has on some streams. But he's here in spirit, and he always stares at chat, no matter what.
Always stares at Chat.
Even when we're not streaming, he's staring at chat. It's a staring contest. Usually got our mofos engaged the most.
That should have been the command. Stare.
I thought we added Ryan stare maybe. No, I'm not sure.
I don't know our own commands. We were trying to add a new one every week. We're bad at this. So yeah, we get to see the conclusion, and by the end of the movie, we get to see how everyone ties together. But like that opening scene is the reason.
What movie are we talking about?
Finale Destination
Okay, yeah.
2. But like that accident is the reason I can't let anything fall on my side of the truck when I'm driving.
Oh.
If something falls, like instantly it has to be found and picked up because that mother can't, because the fucking bottle under. I'm like, oh my god, like I always have so much shit on my floor. Like I'm going to die doing that.
Oh, I think I have her in here too. About that. So I'm just going through the slideshow here. There, her. That was
Yeah,
her
like, oh, I should have totally grabbed the picture of the break. But yeah, like, oh, it is terrifying.
Getting
But-
a water bottle.
No, I don't know the.
Just hit down to get rid of it.
it.
That was all the deaths. We got slides for all the deaths so we can talk about them because I love these movies.
Yeah, well, they're your slides. Start tearing apart your slides.
Well, what was which of the deaths bothered you the most or which you least like? The murder log one's pretty bad. Having it come off the truck.
Oh, out of all the Final Destinations, it's the bathtub.
That's from number one.
Yeah, that is absolutely the most horrifying one.
Where he gets choked.
Yeah.
And then
I've been
he
in
can't.
so many hotels with those things in there. I'm like, no, why? Like, I would never pull. Like, I pulled one out once. I'm like, oh my god, these are real because you know what they're there for. They're clotheslines, right? Like, why wouldn't you just use the steel bar like normal people that you have your?
I'm sure it's cheaper and replaceable, and people steal them or break them.
Oh no, but this is in his house, so even
Oh,
there, like,
yeah.
but that's what he falls on is one of these. I guess they used to be more common, but you pull them across and they click on the other side, and then you can put some clothes on them to dry inside, so they drip in the bathtub and drain, right? And that death is, and with the soap falling out, like, it is a believable problem. We've all slipped in the bathroom.
What I like about these is they make it seem like, hey, this is how randomness in physics could happen. Because there are little things like, which way does water trickle down a wall?
Yeah, but I
No.
mean, as soon as we get past that bathroom one, because like you didn't need half the circumstances death creates in that one to have it happen. You just need that cord out to have a couple open jars around your bathtub and to fall. That's plausible. Everything past that is like fucking the bank, like a triple bank shot off the back around a corner and
they
knife
got
in
to
the
that
forehead.
point.
Yeah.
They got,
Like, think of the teacher's death in the first one.
With
She
all the-
dies in her
and she
kitchen, and yeah, like
pulls the rag down and all the knives fall, and you're like, she just can't get the
70,
break.
and they copy her death with. Do you have a slide for the lottery winner?
Yes, I do. And the tanning bed because of Jub Jubs. In I think it's 3 or 4.
Oh,
the
yeah,
girls
yeah.
get locked in, and like the broom falls and locks things. Which one was it?
The rich kid, the lottery winner.
Yeah, he's in here.
His head gets crushed with the ladder.
There he is. And again, I just associated a Buffy character with every scene, because why not? Every death, because I noticed there just seem to be similarities in looks and sometimes personality too. In fact, I got a little Buffy there.
But yeah, so I think with his death, they were kind of. Oh my god, I didn't even realize you caught an Easter egg.
That's one I caught in this movie.
I did. I've never seen that. I've watched this movie 40 times. I used to watch it a lot when I was much younger, but this one I think is mimicking the teacher's death, because each movie kind of they have like plot points or little beats
They
that they
hit
hit.
certain beats. They're following a formula kind.
So the kitchen, and B, the death on the back. C, the 37 ways he could have died in this instance and didn't.
Oh,
and
it's
then
so much
that
fun
happened.
leading up to it, because you never can guess which one is going to get him. And you're like, oh no, don't choke on the magnet letter from the fridge.
Listen, I always have to explain this because I watch most of the movies we've talked about at that level. I don't sleep much. About most of my life, it was 2 to 3 hours. As I've gotten older, it's gone to about 3 to 4 hours. And yeah, I spend all that extra time that you people are sleeping watching movies and TV shows ad nauseum in repeat over and over again.
Rusty's got some good trivia on a lot of things. This guy got his eye shoved in on Alien vs. Predator, I guess, as well. The
Oh, was
actor.
he in that? I don't remember him being in that.
I'm gonna.
I don't remember him that. I don't remember the movie.
I mean,
that
Rusty
well.
said it, so it's got to be true.
I agree. Rusty is on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, there's no. I mean, what else are you gonna check? Wikipedia or Rusty? But I believe you, Rusty.
Oh no, I completely believe you. He's the total generic B actor that would be in those
Types of things.
almost A, but no, not A movies.
But
B
man,
movies with A.
I love.
These are all B movies with A budgets.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
So Willow didn't die in this, or at least the actress, the main character. She survived at the end.
yeah, because her life was the new life that wasn't supposed. So
She took the place of the baby's soul or something.
that was supposed to be off. Sorry.
Do you want to turn it off?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
But yes, she's the last one that dies and sees the prediction of all the stuff. Oh, and man, it's so sad. I found a picture of Xander from Buffy nowadays, and he ain't doing so well. Guess he got into the prescription pills a bit, and a couple other things. But this death maybe wouldn't be so horrible. Although you'd think he'd live for a bit being cut like that.
Well, it all depends on where you get cut, right? Like
I
those
think he
two
would live for a
cuts. No, yeah, like it would take a minute for everything to. But you go into shock almost instantly. Maybe not, because you're completely severing your spinal cord in two places. So instant cut off from your brain to your body. You're losing a ton of blood very, very quickly. I think you'd probably fade quick. And it seems like that one cut that goes all the way up the arm. Like, it seems like there's supposed to be another piece higher up that kind of cuts out at his lungs, but it's not there. I don't understand.
It's all moving. It's, 10 frames. Yeah, Rusty knows all kinds of trivia. Yeah, this Nicholas Brennan has a twin brother. And I guess they just don't look alike anymore because Living Rough will do that to you. When the other twin probably didn't. And Xander was in the movie we reviewed recently, Coherence. And a weird plot point in there is that he was a star of
a show that he's in.
a show, Roswell, but he wasn't in the show.
Oh, I thought he was.
Why didn't you just say, I was in Buffy? Like, I was one of the main characters in Buffy.
What the hell?
That's my Buffy figurine.
Oh. I didn't know we had a new set piece. Why does it look like she's giving 2 hand jobs?
Well, she has, like a vampire stake and weapons. She's posable. It's just coincidental.
Has anyone ever seen Grandma's Boy? Because I'm getting a Grandma's Boy feeling here. Do you remember that movie?
Vaguely.
Where he has to stay at the one guy's house and beats off to Laura.
I don't know.
No, he comes on the guy's mom. No, you don't
Chum
remember
box? No. Yeah, Buffy can sit in the coffee cup or straddle
that?
it.
She can straddle. That feels way more perverse than I meant
Xander
it.
and Angel Death's bad rivalry. I got slides for Angel too. He's in here somewhere. Yeah, he survived. These are the survivors. In the final scene, one of the kids gets blown up.
Man, I feel like you really took a stretch for the whole just to get Buffy in there. I feel like you just teed me up to want to make fun of the show a lot.
Well, we talked about it recently, and I love Buffy. It's one of my favorite shows, so I'm like, why not? And it seems similar. There's personality similarities in character.
By the way, one of my favorite deaths.
The kid blown up at the barbecue.
One of my absolute favorite deaths in this whole movie is that, yes.
But yeah, these are the two that make it through the whole movie. Even Ali Larder, the survivor from the first movie, didn't make it, unfortunately. Here's how Angel was supposed to die in the premonition. We saw that one. Yeah, I picked Ali Larder to be Buffy, because why not? And she unfortunately blows up.
Oh, I wanted to say, because we were talking about Eric Kripke, and we were talking about Buffy, and we were talking about Supernatural and the boys and everything.
Oh, Morgo followed us too. Thanks, Morgo.
Oh, thank you very much. Bongo Time for Morgo. Eric Kripke also did
Rusty, yes.
Revolution,
The movie?
the TV show, where all the power goes
I did
off.
watch that a little bit, yeah.
Like, he really has touched some of my favorite shows, and now, obviously, the
Didn't that
boys
get
and
canceled?
Diabolical. Yeah.
Yeah.
They rushed the ending, and you can tell, like, the last 3 episodes are like, but, like, the show's a fun idea, and it gets really fun, and I enjoyed most of it. It reminded me of that show with the 16-year-old kid that goes in a coma, and he lives in a fantasy world where all the kids rule. It's like a YTV show. I'm probably too old for it.
Rusty, huge Buffy fan. I was kind of the right age. I grew up kind of with them. Not too far off.
As am I. Just wasn't a... Like, again, I've seen it all, and it's not a bad show. I'm just not a fan. Like,
Oh, but even when they went to college is like kind of when I did. So I'm like, this is awesome.
at that point, I was already watching Party of 5. And, like...
And
now
Buffy's on Prime. I have Prime coincidentally recently. I don't normally have it, so I gotta check that out.
And I think I hated the Angel character.
Oh, he was... Well, Spike showed him.
Oh, but we always go down this road, then I end up talking about Charmed. And that's the real reason, is that I like Charmed and you like Buffy, and I think they're just counterparts to each other at that time, so...
Except Buffy's better.
I mean, I'm not going to have the conversation again, so sure.
I know, it's just Coke versus Pepsi, but I feel Buffy's
And yeah,
better.
Charmed's
I don't-
totally Coke.
No, I don't. I get to choose which brand.
Oh, okay. We can only do it if it's by your rules, and okay.
Strips without clothing under their other name. Showed up in our YouTube chat.
Oh, right. I'm supposed to be watching this through YouTube. I probably would have realized there was no chat going on if I watched this on this proper channel.
It's true, Margot. You're right about that.
I'm supposed to be monitoring everything. I'm horrible at this.
My favorite was Willow. That was my big crush on the show, but the Charm cast was way hotter. Which was your Buffy crush? Cordelia? Buffy? Willow? Anya? Harmony?
Sorry, what was my...
Your Buffy crush. Which of them was your favorite? Yeah, they messed it up, and the Angel and Buffy crossovers were so cool, and then they couldn't really happen anymore. They could just reference each other, and it. Yeah. Oh, Faith, you're right. Oh my God, how did I forget Faith? Yeah.
Sorry, I was getting rid of that so it won't post anymore. What was my favorite? What?
Of the Buffy chicks.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't really like. So Sarah Michelle Gellar's attractive. Willow in certain seasons when
Vamp
she's
Willow.
a little edgier,
Evil Willow.
but then it seems forced and weird.
I
Like
thought she
she's
did a good
way
job.
hotter as Marshall's wife, and the weird sex-driven psycho she is in that. And honestly, I couldn't tell you another character on that. I forgot. Oh no, never mind. You're saying she's Buffy. Oh no, she's not.
In
If
my
anything,
equivalent,
the other
Ghostface.
girl's Buffy. I don't
I'm going
remember.
by
I don't remember that. You're literally picking them by hair color, not
like looks and a
role
bit of
in the
personality
movie.
too. Well, because Giles, like, there's no match for him, but there's
Okay, wait.
the black character.
Can I go through these and correct these a little better? This, if anything, would be Willow because she's there to assist all the way through. Actually, who's the dude? That...
Oh, I'm not saying the roles.
No, I know, but now I'm going to do roles because I think I'm going to get this perfect. She is the creepy pedophile dude, the one that leads Buffy. He's not actually a pedophile. I'm joking. What's his name?
Her watcher, Rupert Giles.
Rupert, yeah, Giles.
Please show Giles
So
some
she's
respect.
Giles. She comes in and gives all the wisdom, guides, tells them how to do things. Doesn't get his hands dirty very often, but she does a little bit in this. Next. I guess so. He's the leading male. He's the leading male. They match up. Willow, no. She is clearly Buffy. She is the leading powerhouse.
From that point of view.
Well, I mean, that's the important point of view in this case.
No, I was going by more actresses and character. Like,
So just judging people on their appearance,
pretty much.
not the weight of their character,
Yeah.
like Martin Luther King told us to.
Well, it's ironic you said that because I had to. The one black character, there's no one regular in black on Buffy, so I picked Giles because they have glasses.
This one works.
Yeah.
This is the one you got perfect. The one. If not, maybe Seth Green's character. In fact, he kind of takes both roles here. He's kind of both characters in one.
Oh, there's. Yeah, you're right about that.
Again, just absolutely wrong pick.
But they look alike.
I don't even see that. Who's Spike?
Oh, who's Spike? Look at who's
No,
trying
no,
to
no,
talk
no. I
about
know.
Buffy
I
characters.
meant no. I meant who were you matching Spike with? Not. I know who Spike is.
The blonde, good-looking guy.
You mean anorexic Billy Idol? Oh, sorry. I thought you were calling Spike good looking. I'm like,
Girls loved Spike.
he's
Buffy fell for Spike over
he's
Angel.
an anorexic version of Billy Idol. He's Billy Idol light with no
He
talent.
loved Buffy so much he earned a soul. Angel was just given it. He didn't earn it.
Moving on. Bad pick. I mean, I close enough. There's no real other bad guy there. I guess no. Does he turn himself around? He doesn't save anybody. Doesn't help anybody. There's no arc of redemption for him. So no, not really. Is there an arc of redemption for anybody in this? Oh, he'd be the chick, the businesswoman. She starts out as an asshole, then by the end of it, she's caring
Cordelia.
and helps people.
Cordelia, she grows, becomes a better person.
Yeah. So she would be Spike.
She falls for Angel eventually. They kind of have a thing going. Then
Oh,
she
you know, yeah, you're right. This one's
Then she has a demon
this
baby.
one's a good pick.
Oh, what a death that was, eh? Getting crushed by a piece of glass.
I don't know why I'm all about killing children at the moment, but yeah, this is probably my second favorite death in this because it's just like they just show him collapse.
There's only like 4 or 5 frames, but it's really well done, and
Yeah,
they swapped it for like a bag full of red meat or something.
I enjoyed this scene a lot, and yes, this pick is precise.
That's Buffy's mom.
Sure, I don't know.
Oh, and everyone's
I
fear
don't
of getting
remember
caught in the elevator and having it move and cutting off a piece of your body. And they played it so well because she panics, gets her hair cut.
Oh, it's awful. James Masters. Who's James Masters?
James Marsters.
Oh.
Spike. And that,
Marsters,
yeah, see,
sorry.
you were calling him anorexic. Yeah, that's right. Spike earned that soul. Man, his arc was so fucking good. He grew so well.
I mean, I just didn't think he was very good at acting.
What are you talking about?
Sorry. The extras. Okay. Wait, are the extras a specific reference, or you just mean like as in movie extras?
Well, Buffy had lots of extras, and I couldn't come up with equivalents for these guys, so I'm like, why
Okay.
not? Hang on, I just want to.
Again, this guy doesn't have a counterpart in Buffy, unless there's a nihilistic educator.
Well, he was. Yeah, Giles is kind of the most serious one, like him.
And she's Xander maybe. No, Spike. She's
Oh,
Spike.
she was kind of a bit. She would be more maybe Cordelia. I was just having fun with it and finding people that look alike.
Still one of the most terrifying episodes in TV history. The body.
Oh, it's
I don't know.
it's about Buffy's mom dying, which coincidentally my mom died like within weeks of that episode. It's
Oh, shit.
strange. Yeah, like in 2000, the year 2000. That's when
Yeah.
it aired. And I guess I have a connection with that show too. But it's like not a supernatural episode, and it's about Buffy coming home and finding her mom dead, and it's really somber and won all these awards and stuff. It's really well done. But
this
it's like
is going to
creepy,
sound
terrifying
callous
too.
and horrible, but welcome, Dee Dee Marie.
Dee
And
Dee.
absolutely, Cruel Intentions is Sarah Michelle Gellar's best work.
I hated that movie. I was so upset when she did it. What are you
God.
talking about? I'm like, that's
How?
not Buffy. Why is Buffy doing this?
How
I
do you
don't like
hate that movie?
It was stupid. You talk about bad acting. She's bad in that. It's like, I don't believe that. You're Buffy. You're not this.
No, you don't believe that because you are unable to separate a single character she did from the actress herself in a role that she does fairly well in. Selma Blair's brilliant in it. Fucking
I
Ryan.
hated that
No,
movie.
not what is his name?
Is it Gosling or Felipe?
Ryan Felipe was great in it. And yes,
I can't
somewhere
even
in there,
separate-
Greg said,
I can't even separate Buffy characters from other movies.
"How come YouTube's not showing?" Oh, we just didn't see it. But yes, Alyssa Milano in Charmed is what's up.
Everyone loved Alyssa Milano since I was in grade school. I never got it.
Reese
Never got it.
Witherspoon that's probably the best thing she's ever done because I find her just harmfully annoying in most things. Like that.
Oh, Dee Dee's been here a while. I missed all this. Oh no, it's
She just
Nisha.
jumped in.
I'm high. Sorry. Somebody said Seth Green tanked his career over crypto. I'd be curious to look into that.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
He did.
Oh, I had some slides about Matt Damon. We don't have them anymore.
And Zach, I love how honest you are, and then I just react like Wayne on Letterkenny, who just constantly makes funny references. Did I leave up an imagery on?
We recently reviewed Mom and Dad with Selma Blair and Nicolas Cage, and she was good.
She was
in
great
that.
in it.
Yeah, she was really good. It's crazy.
Now I can't. Oh, you know what? I can pick Cruel Intentions because it fits with the theme. It's a rom-com / date movie / chick flick.
Rom-com.
So I put 3 qualifications in there.
Okay, what were the 3?
Rom-com,
Okay, it's not that.
date movie, chick flick. And all
That's
women
not-
love this movie. Dee Dee Marie, do you
Really?
love... If Dee Dee Marie loves it, it'll be at least one...
I do.
Small. Dee Dee, do you not love Cruel Intentions, or at least did at the time of the film coming out? Most women I know love this movie.
Yeah, Alicia Dushku disappeared after Faith in a few things. It's like, oh, she said no to
That's
Harvey.
not actually what I was going to pick, but...
She
I had a
said no to
different
Harvey Weinstein. I think that's why they all disappear when they don't have the careers. They said no to Harvey. It's like, all right, you're not getting anything more.
So before we talk about chainsaw robot dicks,
51st Dates, that was maybe
what
going to be my pick.
is your pick for this week?
If you were saying rom-com, Scotty already said it.
50 First Dates?
Or date movie, actually.
Oh, I hate you so much.
I love that movie. I remember really liking that movie because I'd seen all those.
No,
chick
you mean
flicks.
not another date movie.
Yes, that's it.
It's awful.
What are you talking about? She's ugly, man. She's got overalls and glasses. She can't be hot.
Honestly, any movie they're making fun of in that one is probably a better film than that.
I remember, and then her dad has
Oh.
like
I'm
a
caught
coke
between two
problem or
films.
something.
I'm caught between 2 films.
What? Oh no, that's a scary movie. Maybe
Yeah, I really think you're confusing some skits here because
It's fine,
not
I
another
still
date
want-
movie's not great.
if you're gonna pick rom coms, I'm going with that. I think.
I'm gonna see if I got Ryan's pick here. He does not
Yeah,
sound
Sarah and Ryan being brother and sister. Again with the incest.
Okay,
stuff.
and I'm not trying to dox myself here because I'm using that term for everything now, but like anybody that's been on Pornhub kind of sees that seems to be the only thing that anybody wants to see. But they are step siblings. I just realized that movie might have started off that weird obsession everyone has.
Is it? No one I've ever met admits to it, I guess. But like, who's? I don't get it.
I don't know anybody that watches porn for the background story.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I've met a couple. I say they talk about it. I'm like, what do you? Who cares? Like,
that's not true. I watched Pirates all the way through because it
What's
was
Pirate?
the most expensive porn ever made.
oh, I've never even
It's
heard
Pirates of the Caribbean, but a porn.
of it. Okay.
And it was literally before that, like Caligula was the most expensive porn ever made, and they they made a huge budget, and I watched it front to back. So like I got to see what it was like a 2 or 4, like a substantial. I don't want to say a number because I don't remember what it was. It was a substantial budget, And it got talked about in like normal trade magazines and stuff because like how big the budget was for it, special effects and so on.
The only real spoof one I ever watched or downloaded or saw was Avengers, and they were all in kind of superhero costumes. But
Yeah.
okay, that's kind of funny.
We should probably go. Okay, I said before we talk about it. So my pick it was between. Originally, it was just going to be 10 things I hate about you.
I like that one too.
But then I started to think about.
Why are we picking rom-coms? Like,
I don't know. Because we did like this. We talked about this 2 weeks ago. Like we should pick, and you said, "Oh, I've got a couple I love." I'm like, "All right, let's pick rom-coms."
that's not a good. I don't know.
You wanted that. This was partly your idea. I was just using it now.
Again, rushing with the trivia, that Pirates thing might have been the first 4K video shoot. Because it is porn technology. It always pushes compression and internet speeds and video compression and stuff. And
Again, heavily talked about in Pam and Tom.
okay.
They talk about how live streaming and
Yeah,
that
like
kind
all
of
that
like,
kind of stuff. Anything that helps facilitate it seems
Yeah.
to push technology.
But I mean, I think rom-coms. We just maybe because we talked about
Scotty's seen
blockbusters.
Pirates. Now I gotta like maybe look up this thing.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like I watched it front to back. Like it's not like I was masturbating for an hour and a half. Like I just watched it like a movie. And I mean, the sex scenes are even presented more thematical. So like, it's not just. Anyways,
Bam, bam, thank you, man.
I mean, you watch shit in the background, like there may be extended, like it's like a real movie, but if the love scenes didn't cut out.
I've grown up with a friend who's always been passionately adamant about why aren't there movies that just also have a bit of porn in them, like when it makes sense, like explicit close-ups. The emotional scars.
You really can.
Oh,
You really can.
the dead light in their eyes.
Man, it's starting to seem like Rusty should probably be doing our channel.
Totally right.
Rusty, do you want to be a guest?
And
He'll take my job as the person that knows
I
movies.
noticed our new subscriber kinda also, also has a sense of humor like this.
It's kind alas, MC.
Kinda last MC.
I still hear it. So, we have slides on this one, not just our main poster, right? We have so Robot Jocks is our fan pick this month. It was brought in by Beef Nips. It is 1989 dystopian future sci-fi movie about Rock'em Sock'em robots, really. It's what it is.
Pacific Rim.
In fact, it starts off with one of the heads popping off, and like they're making a joke about being Rock'em Sock'em robots at this point.
I am so upset that I didn't know about this movie when I was young. I would have loved it. It was like 1989. I was just becoming a teenager. Oh my god, this would have been the greatest thing ever.
I love that that's all there. The things I find funny. And yeah, like I see the parallels of Pacific Rim. I see this like there's so many influences in this, and it just seems like a team had a decent budget and went and had fun.
Like they made all the costumes and like, hey, we're gonna do their gym outfits with
So
tags,
many, so much hockey equipment was used in the making.
branded. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of hockey equipment.
And he had like all these life lessons. It felt like he wanted to teach in like certain scenes. Like it's almost like here's something I want to say, and I'll phrase it in a way that makes sense in the movie.
Yeah.
Because I was standing up for everything.
And there was a couple things in there that were real dystopian bad parts, like, oh, well, she rubs her stomach just because they're trying to repopulate Earth, right? She's like, just doing my part, and if you have 6, they give you a 3-bedroom. I'm like, oh my god. We're getting so close to just giving out housing based on how many people need to live together.
And he did have a thing for having women like him and think he's the greatest.
He was a rock star. Oh, so many. Oh, you've seen this film too? So many RCA cables. Like everything from hand to hand. Like they literally just took a board, wrapped it in some plastic, and painted it white, strapped it to his hand, and then put 2 RCA plugs.
But especially at that time, that would be cutting edge.
Oh, they did brilliant. Like this is honestly, if I was going to make a sci-fi movie in the progression of my film career, this would be really close to the type of special effect, not special effects, but set pieces and costume design I'd do. Like, this is the easy way to make it look technical.
Yeah, and I was like, man, if whoever made this could make it today with everything available, like, this would be done in a Pacific Rim.
Well, I mean, whoever could make it today did make it today, and we got Pacific Rim. Because the best tech today isn't practical; it's digital.
But there was so much cool practical stuff in this.
Agreed. This movie was almost 100% practical. There were flashbangs, the lasers were digitally inserted, but past that, this was all still frame and.
Seemed like a really bad idea to have the stands right next to the fighting pit, where you can fall and stuff's blowing up or going off. You're like, maybe move the stands up higher or somewhere else.
And like, okay, so
and then blame him for
I was
it.
still saying nice things, but you brought that up. So,
it's like,
the
it's
idea
made
that
for him to fall onto it.
the idea that the player matters so much, like all of those people were relatively trained. It's really up to which is the stronger robot. You know what I mean? Like, how is this Russian dude doing anything different? Like, I get it, he got information, but like the robot was just better. They
Remember
should have
the
won.
finger lock fight scene? Like, No, I don't know who the... Rusty Pride knows everything about every movie ever. Apparently.
I'm gonna say Buckaroo Banzai.
I was thinking that too.
Peter
Weller.
Yeah, Peter Welling.
Weller.
Weller. That would have been my guess. JC. No.
Who's
I
that?
would. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh
That
my
would have
God.
been. No, you know what? At that era, at that time, he couldn't make anything serious. I'm not saying he can now either, but he's had better attempts at least. He was weird over the top at that point.
Did we get Scotty's Bongo Time from 10 minutes ago?
I mean, I'll do one. I mean, we have so little to spend chat points on. I feel bad when we do miss them. I guess I can work on some more of that as well.
I'm not sure they're that surprised we missed some of the notifications.
But it would have been neat to see Jean-Claude Van Damme in a cyberpunk movie or a cyber-based or a sci-fi movie. I couldn't think of sci-fi. What part of the world are you in, Rusty?
I forget what
You
actor
know who?
it was.
You know who they remind me of? You know that British guy or the Australian guy or maybe New Zealand? The guy the 10 Things guy that I get you to watch on YouTube, Minty Comics.
No.
I've shown you a bunch of times. It's just a bald dude with glasses that sits in front of a bunch of toys and tells you 10 things you didn't know about the
Okay.
movie. But the knowledge is identical. It's daunting. Like
Next door, Montreal.
Oh, you're in Canada. Howdy.
I forget what movie it was, but it was at the start of CG. There was a big actor who didn't want to do it. They turned down a great role, not something like Robot Jocks, but something truly that would have been great. And there was people after said they didn't understand that he wouldn't be shown in the suit. They were going to add stuff so he wouldn't be in like a green leotard, right? And they could not get this fit. Oh, I think it was Sean Connery, maybe. He couldn't figure out. He's like, I'm not going to be in that. I'm going to look ridiculous in this green suit. They're like, no, in the movie, we'll paint over you. It won't look like a green suit. It's like, no, it'll be a green suit. It's going to look stupid.
Aww. Holy shit. That sounds like a fun job.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff I wanted to do.
Although, I imagine anything that you would love to do after 7 years would probably become mundane and repetitive.
Not for me, but I like repetition.
I mean, you kind of live for mundane and repetitive. Maybe not mundane, but repetitive.
Oh, mundane too. It's fun in it.
I've seen some of the games you play, yes, mundane. Oh, we all have our buttons to click.
That's all any video game is. You're just pressing a button.
I'd love to do copy for television. Actually, I just tried to get my wife to do, because she has a high word per minute on the side, closed caption.
Oh, it's endless. You can never keep up with how many movies come out.
No.
We can't even keep up with our TV shows we like.
I do, like, I no longer keep up with regular film. for the
Yeah,
most
it's
part.
true.
Like we
Mostly TV now.
Well, I mean, also because we cover
And
so in
Marvel.
depthly the geekdom that unless it branches over into geekdom or into truly good film, it kind of goes under our radar. Like you remember, like when Green Book came out, that's not the kind of movie we would probably cover. There's a hand, although I've wanted to. Never mind. Sorry, my brain went another thought of a movie that year. I've always wanted to do. Thanks for calling.
Oh, I think I know which movie you're talking about. The surreal one, right?
Yeah, really.
About telemarketing. It
Yeah.
starts out with telemarketing.
Yeah, it goes somewhere
And the
else.
title's something about that.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool.
Yes, you are really close to Canada. We're hoping someday we actually get to see you in real life. Dee Dee said she lives close to Canada.
It's true, from what I'm... If we're to believe earlier what she said. I don't know.
Are you are you throwing shade and discrediting Dee Dee? Like she's lying to us about that detail? The ambiguity of a whole
I'm just
state.
saying I haven't seen
and
it.
you're like, no, she's lying about the state.
I haven't seen it. That's not true. I have seen conclusive proof. I've seen pictures, which could have been obtained online, or from a friend, or someone.
How dubious do you think this woman is? Like,
I
are you
need to
thinking
see-
she's secretly like 65 and named Ralph?
Live video in front of a city sign.
I didn't realize you were questioning reality at this level. You might want to stop smoking weed
I do that
so
for
much.
everyone I meet online. I'm like, I don't trust you until I get that. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think you might want to back off on some weed smoking. You're getting a little paranoid. I have no idea what you're really bad at.
It's the dead internet theory. It's all bots.
I don't think we have bots. Well, we have bots, but that was only for a minute, and now they're banned. But I don't think we have bots.
How
in
many of
the
these
chat.
people are actually Leahy? You can never be sure.
He's just a really good programmer that's written scripts to just subscribe over and over again with his endless accounts he's created. Leahy is not spirit animal. Leahy is God.
Leahy's the AI. Messing with us.
We should write a whole religion around Leahy. And Leahy we trust. Like full ankles? Like the actual ankle? Like if I needed a replacement or like just images?
If you know the right code words, he'll
All
say
right,
that.
we are getting way off topic.
Leahy is the corn man as well.
I've never known why you say that, but I still post popcorn every time he gets
He's
made
in
up.
Iowa and he loves corn. Like,
Oh.
It's just all about corn. And he knows a lot about corn. If you talk to him, you can tell he knows his corn. He knows more than me, at least. And I'm not a corn amateur.
Do we have any viewers in Ohio?
Ohio!
I always think of the Bugs Bunny skit where he like puts his finger in someone's mouth and goes "oh," and then "hi," and then "oh" again, like slaps someone.
I think it's a Drew Carey
so violent. Cleveland rocks, yeah.
Cleveland.
Ohio. But I'm going to be there next month and for the documentary we're filming. But oops. Back to robot.
Jocks.
Well, I was gonna say robot chainsaw penises.
When that thing pops out, it's like, I was not expecting that. There's a chainsaw that pops out of the robot's crotch with extended scenes and footage.
Oh, you know what? There was a cool scene in there where he's fighting her, and like there's a lot of sexism in this, and
Yeah.
there's some questionable
A little bit
things
of
said.
racist terms, but that's old.
But
89.
they kind of flip it. A little bit of empowerment in that scene. Like he goes in for the kiss where James Bond would always get the woman after being an abusive prick, and she kicks him in the fucking nuts and puts him to bed.
Yeah, she was still a bit strong at times.
What was that?
Dee Dee gave a sub to Morgo. Holy crap, Dee Dee. Didn't have to do that.
Oh, why didn't it come up on this side?
You're going to lose our chat if you did. I don't think it does the notifications for...
If we're on all multi-stream,
Yeah.
we have to be on the Twitch side for that. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we can... never mind.
You'll lose it.
I'll keep live on here. No, I want it to go up. It doesn't matter. Well, thank you, Didi. That's amazing. Bongo time for Didi. And
Yeah, big time.
I did not hear who...
Morgo got it.
All right, well, bongo time for Didi and Morgo.
In our slub club. Giving us a slub chub. Ah, nice chub chubs.
I feel like we have to come up with our own thing.
I know, I'm just stealing from the best.
That one feels too sacred to steal.
But they're like jingles. Like, they're so addictive.
New bong time.
Who doesn't want to sing about Big Bitty Bobs and slub chubs? Like, come on. It's in your soul.
Need a clean bong, and the water just made it right to my lips. I stopped in time, but I almost drank.
Oh god, now Morgo has access to the Sassy Yankees. I'm gonna pay for that.
Cover for like 2 seconds.
Can I what?
Oh no, there should be some down here. I just need swabs. Well, we do have to, every once in a while, pay homage to our sponsors.
That sounds
'Cause
dirty, Didi.
We smoke a lot of cannabis here, and most of this cannabis is free. Some of it we pay for, but the majority of this is free, and our bongs come from our sponsor as well. So here's a song from 30 Going on 13 and a bag opening video. Check out maddablabs.com. I need... Welcome back. This is the world's longest end screen. Sorry about that. I guess
can't believe
turn
it's
it
still
off.
going.
I know, right?
My
When you actually let it play all the way through, and you're always amazed I made it back by the end. I'm like, I have a lot of time for that one. But I got swabs. Sorry, every once in a while I need to take a break.
You totally didn't. You could have just grabbed them.
I didn't know where they were, so I just didn't want to walk around.
Would have been disastrous.
I know.
Bezos would have shown up at the door with a crack squad of...
You make a lot of jokes, but the other side of my job is to be a producer, and I try and do take what we do on that side of the business and apply it here as much as I can.
I know, I'm just...
And it's neat. It's always nice for me to keep in the mindset that even when I'm stoned as fuck, because I'm often stoned as fuck on site, I should always have the same awareness of what I'm doing.
I know what you're saying. I just enjoy...
Study high, take the test high, get high marks.
I don't really believe in that, but maybe more practice things high. Like, works with music, it seems.
But that's the way it works, right? Like, you can build associations using anything. If you burn the same incense every time you study and then they let you burn incense while you take the test, you'll get the same results. Playlists, it's just a...
Yeah, I can't do complex math on weed, though. I've tried. Or complex programming doesn't work.
Now, again, I only took 3 years of the programmer analyst, and I didn't get that good at programming. But I could take all my exams and shit high, and it was fine.
Like breaking apart a core dump into its assembly, then reverse engineering what the compiler did to cause the incorrect
You took
code.
more advanced programming and shit than I did.
I did it for a long time.
Yeah. And then I got a job.
But you can't do it on weed. Like, you can learn drums on weed, but not do that kind of stuff.
But then I got a job where I can do a lot of my job high too. So this has just been an entire luck into doing things stoned, and it's okay.
Morgo practices with nipple clips clamped to a battery. But they wouldn't let him in at school.
All right, more. I think we had different inspirations.
What was up with D Void yesterday wanting people to stomp on his chest or whatever? It's like, oh my god, guy! After the 50th message, I got it.
For the reference, this is my inspiration.
Man, that shit smell good as hell, dog. I'm Jamal.
Peace, Silas. So you trying to get something to bring them nerves down too, huh, bro?
Yeah, I figured if I study high, take the test high, get high scores. Right?
Right.
Right.
Hello. So that's the inspiration for it. No, I did that my whole scholastic career. Got really high
And I didn't,
Passed.
and I got degrees in physics and computer
Yes.
science, and close to ones in
For
pure
the record,
math
I
and
still
applied
got
math.
good marks in programming and everything I did, but I also realized that method may have only helped for short-term retention. Like, it's all still in there, but it just takes a lot to get it forward again.
Like going through the courses again and learning it again.
Yes, I get what you mean, but yeah, I could probably go through one of my old textbooks, and by the end of reading the textbook, I could probably get to the level I was at that point, which was at the level of reading the textbook and being able to pretty much do what the textbook told you to do.
As I showed with Stranger Things, they can't even copy grade school homework across the right side of the page properly. That's people working on the best show on Netflix.
I think it's funny that every programming thing is usually, although sometimes at the basics right, but
Comically wrong.
yeah,
Comically wrong.
like they're compiling something, and that's what you'd have to do as part of what they're making, but that wouldn't be what he'd be working on specifically for hit go on. And yeah,
It's more like we want a screen to look complicated. Let's grab something that looks complicated,
Yeah.
regardless of if it matches what the character's doing on screen.
I'm sure we do there's a car that runs on water thing here, but really we need to start offering this to Hollywood. Like if we,
I don't think they care. Maybe we could make them care somehow, but
these channels, this is how we make them care.
like, we want to please those stoners so that the blackboard looks proper in the background for 2 seconds.
But they go to the effort of making sure that it looks complicated. They might as well go to the other effort and spend another $50,000 on a $10 million movie on making sure that it applies to what's happening. Because they can just pay the same person that was supposed to make it look complicated.
It feels like if we had a friend in the business, they would get us in.
We
But
do.
that's how you do it. In Hollywood?
Well, Canadian would, Toronto would, whatever you want to call it, Hollywood North. We both have connections directly to the boys.
I was going to say the boys. Maybe I should go through their episodes, find if they have computer screens, and pick them apart.
I mean, like, I'm shooting and working on the side on multiple properties that are going nationwide. So, I mean, I should be connected to some of these people by the end of this. So, yeah. It'd be hilarious to have that as a firm. Like, that's just what we did.
They come up with a cute name, like, for, nerd blackboards or something. But catchy and cute.
No, because you'll just call me Internet Grandpa. No, I'm kidding. We gotta go. We didn't really finish talking about RoboJocks, but there is a lot fun in this movie, and the chainsaw penis might have been one of my favorite scenes in any movie we watched.
It was like
this
an
week.
hour shorter than Fast 9, and I felt like it had more stuff in it. It's an hour and a half.
It didn't really stop.
Yeah, never paused, never took a break, never slowed down. But neither does Fast Furious, but it's just 10 minutes of car
Oh, it does
chases.
though. No, Fast and Furious and that's one of the things that nobody even realizes while they're watching
Well,
is that there's
conversation.
massive just stops, and then they don't even talk sometimes, or it was just what?
Morgo likes crap, according to DD.
All right.
It's crap. She didn't mean crab, she meant crab. Where's
Well, I get distracted by you scrolling through them.
Reminder that Dee Dee recommended our movie pick.
All right, yeah, we talked about your pick. We weren't sure you were going to make it. Is that M8?
Mate.
Oh.
Internet Grandpa didn't understand M8. which
I'm
is
stoned. Come on, give me that one.
It's a super common internet acronym for decades.
Wow.
I mean, you said, what? M8? Huh? Barry's relatively new to certain aspects of the internet.
Yes.
That's all. You what, mate? You what?
Yeah, I'm old.
No, I'm just extremely immature and have lived online my whole life.
We are completely mature.
Oh yeah, Leahy missed this. Leahy always brings up dong rentals and stuff, and there's been a plethora of bloody dongs in recent cinema and television.
Yeah, it's The Boys has a great dildo death scene. Literally comes out the day, like a day and a half after I watch an even greater dildo death scene.
And notice it's both Asian women doing it. That's got to mean something.
Okay, we often infer that Hollywood likes to blatantly tell us what they're doing.
What fetish they want us to have, or what they're doing.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Look at... If it's 3, then that's a pattern. If we can find a third Asian women beating men, all kinds of people to death with dildos.
And if I can just remind everybody, the only thing that can stop a bad guy with a dong is...
a good guy with a dong.
Zazie approves this message. But I originally was going to bring this up. A little less for, but what a great prank call. It was just so mean.
You tell that chicken shit Achilles he can take his goddamn row and shove it in its ass.
Up yours too. Amazing, that comeback. Just a quick-witted housewife there.
And then she still had a phone attached to the wall.
Okay. The number one thing I notice about these movies is the overuse of antennae. like everything has this massive antenna. Like, isn't that? Don't you think it'd be like the first thing that they would think we'd get rid of in that era? That we'd get rid of the need for that? Like, weren't they working on better antenna technology already in better formats?
Where'd it go? No, like, look, her phone is still attached to the wall.
Yeah. With her
and lots of post-it notes.
With her display screen.
Yeah. Oh, and look at how many places are set at the table. They're just in their home hanging out. Like, he showed up unexpectedly, I thought.
Yeah.
So why do they have all these dinner places set?
Because they have 5 kids. She's like, 6'1".
Yeah, okay.
Now we get like a 3-bedroom or whatever the line is. Like,
but that's not even... Well,
but it's weird that they're showing such... like a Hindu cow complacent dystopia, though. Like,
I love
like
the Texan astronaut.
And to just throw himself out the fucking window. Like, that felt like such a weird way to tie that loose end up. Like, what the fuck? Like, he gets away with like a, and then like runs away and just kills himself. That was one of the weirdest scenes in the film to me. And this is a scene that goes to space in a car. Essentially. A car with arms.
Oh, one thing they got the robots right. They're fighting in space and things explode and there's no sound. I'm like, oh, at least they got that right. Because I should have checked Fast and the Furious. Because they probably had some explosion sounds in space. Was there any explosions up there?
Well, they drove through the satellite, but I don't remember it actually making a noise.
I'll have to go back and watch, because I watched Robot Jocks after.
I was pacified by Robot Jocks. It was a fun movie, and I agree with you that I would have liked it a lot as a kid if it had crossed my plate.
It'd be the greatest. I
Yeah,
can't believe I never...
it would have. It's
and they're controlling it kind of Pacific Rim style inside.
Yeah, like this movie feels like it influenced a lot of films before, and it feels like it got influenced by a lot of movies we loved that came before it. And that's really the beauty of some of these B movies, that they end up in a line, associated or in a line of films that are much bigger budget than they are and so on, but because they both used influences from before them and ended up influencing a lot of things after them.
Sorry, I was just looking what I had for it.
Um,
Oh, the kitchen scene where they got to celebrate with real meat. It's just a hot dog in a in a pot. It's like so predicting like what they thought the future would be like. It's like, oh,
well, kind of where it's going.
yeah.
And this might be why I picked rom-coms, so that we could get a non-dystopian fucking movie for once. So what was your pick again?
I guess I'd like to go with not another teen movie.
Oh, man. No, you said not another date movie.
Or is that whatever that is? Yeah.
There's two different ones. Teen movie is where they handle all the
shit.
changing the girls and everything, and date movie is really bad.
I'm thinking about teen movie, to be honest. That's the one I was thinking about. Isn't that cover like 10 Things I
minorly
Hate
better.
About You?
Yeah, and
Yeah, that one. That's
Blue, or what's that movie called with Captain America? Varsity Blues, and a whole bunch of other ones.
like a bunch of Freddie Prinze Jr. movies.
Yeah, and I was actually gonna pick a Freddie. I was between.
So doesn't that count as rom-com?
Yeah, it's gonna let us talk about every rom-com.
The hot dog parties at the tech dystopia.
That sounded exactly like I think you wanted it to. But
It
so I was
right
gonna
after the
do.
scene. That was what the dinner they had the hot dog.
No, it's not Summer Catch. The
Oh.
movie with Freddie Prinze Jr., the baseball movie.
There was a whole bunch of them.
No, there was
Like
just
the
one
Sweetest
baseball
Thing,
movie. There's just one baseball movie. It's all about baseball.
Field of Dreams.
No, it's Freddie Prinze Jr. Jesus Christ. Of Latter-day Saints. No, I don't know. I've got to look up Freddie Prinze Jr. because I don't know. I had the name,
I
too.
think Clueless would qualify as a rom-com.
100% yes. Well, it's rom-com,
Date movie,
chick
chick flick.
flick. Yeah, like...
I've never even seen Clueless. Is that Alicia Silverstone?
Oh, it is Summer Catch. Yes.
It makes sense from the name. Summer Catch, baseball?
No, I know, but I thought that was the dumb movie where Jimmy Kimmel tries to propose to Drew Barrymore.
Jimmy Kimmel.
No. The other doc shows.
Jimmy
Fallon.
Fallon?
Yeah. War of the Jimmies, sorry. We've smoked a bit of weed. I'm kind of high.
Yeah, Morgo knew the name.
You know what? And that would have been, like, if I asked my wife, Mean Girls would have been her pick. And Mean Girls is a great...
Who suggested Mean Girls? Oh, Dee Dee.
It's a great inversion of the chick flick.
I mean, I haven't seen Clueless or Mean Girls. And they're both great movies I probably should have seen a million times.
Clueless has a heart to it that I love. It's... Listen, okay.
Sorry,
See...
Lindsay Lohan's in Mean Girls, right?
Yeah.
I looked up a picture of her. I meant to have it for a show. You can't recognize her. She's had plastic surgery. She looks like she doesn't look bad, but it's not Lindsay Lohan. Never in a million years would you know it's Lindsay Lohan. Look at her. And she's back on... and her name's Lowen. She said everyone's been saying it wrong the whole time.
Really?
Yeah. Lowen.
That's weird.
Lindsay Lohan.
That's very weird. Oh, I have a dab ready for myself. I am high. But, okay, so Clueless actually had a pretty big influence on me. And I know it's really weird to say, but I was a little bit of a geek in Espanola. Like, not much, but, like, I didn't...
What's it about?
It's about an idiot who has a good heart.
Welcome back, Rich.
Like, I can't really give...
Talk about Clueless.
You'll like it, I think. It's kind of...
Are we picking it?
Well, it's you if you want to pick it. I picked Summer Catch.
I do want to see not another teen movie again.
But, I mean, watch something new. There's just no date movie,
I don't
chick flick
remember
I
these
haven't
movies,
seen.
so I just remember liking it.
I think Clueless you'd like.
Origin of Step is that.
But there's part of the subplot of the movie is they try and do a makeover of the new girl. Yeah, it's kind of a makeover movie too. Paul Rudd's in it also.
I do love Paul Rudd.
And he's good. Although, also another movie that plays the stepsister, stepbrother card way weird.
Well, that's what Rusty saying Amanda Seyfried had bad experiences in Mean Girls.
In, like, making it?
I used to have a big crush on her. Although she does kind of look a little bit like an alien.
Oh, yeah, she's the bigger-eyed.
Yeah, big bug
She's
eyes.
really funny in it.
I've always liked it.
And I think the movie has a good message. At times. Like, I think it's just a good comedy. Tina Fey is fucking hilarious. Tina Fey is just like one of the... Like, in her time was one of the funniest women at that point.
I love Tina Fey. 30 Rock's one of the best comedies I've seen.
I don't find her as funny anymore, but I just don't think she tries to be relevant anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, she was a really relevant writer for a long time. I think she just kind of went, all right, I'm done. Like, I've made a bunch of movies. I've written a bunch of 30 Rock. I've acted in a bunch. I think she just kind of went, I'm good for a minute. And
Oh, I guess whatever scene she did, fans come up to you and want to talk about those scenes. And if it's an awkward scene, you don't want to talk about it. I don't know what the Weather Girl scene is, but probably it's just like, I don't want fans.
oh yeah. No, it's high. Like, there's a lot of highly and over sexualization in this movie, but they're also pointing out that that's not a good thing.
Yeah, but I can get when fans run up to you.
Oh
and want
yeah,
to talk
not
about
everyone
something.
sees what the point is. They see the result of the film, which The Boys handles great in this season. No,
How?
the first season
How? I don't know. The
with
connection to
the
this.
Starlight.
Oh, it's something like that.
Show us your tits,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
she when she goes to take the picture, she has to cover herself, and she tells the little girl, "No, save your money. I like that costume better." Like,
Yeah, the outfit stuff.
yeah, and it's a good opening arc for her to falter a couple times and then stand up for herself. And Mean Girls has a similar conversation about sexualization.
Okay.
And the conversation about why there's a stereotype about women being mean to each other. Like, this movie damn near passes the Bechdel test all the time, and it's one of the best comedies I've ever seen. I don't mind admitting that. Mean Girls is a great comedy. Tina Fey is a great writer. I'm pretty sure she wrote the movie.
See, I didn't realize that. That makes me want to see it more.
The boys portray that arc, like, even Maeve right in the beginning of, like, never let them see you like this. Like, what is wrong with you?
Maeve's awesome. I love Queen Maeve.
Or when she finally goes to Maeve, and Maeve is like, they see what I want them to see. I'm not drinking. I'm training
she's
harder
finally
than I
becoming a
ever
good
have.
person. Like, I say she's awesome, but she's been a bad person a lot on the show too.
Which?
I guess the movies we're talking about, like Mean Girls. and
Oh,
Clueless.
Mean Girls. Okay. Oh, the reason Clueless mattered to me is because it came out when I was moving to Burlington. And I kind of decided I'm like, I can reinvent myself. These people don't know about all those embarrassing things that had happened to me. They don't know this and that. And I took advantage of a time to figure out who I was without having to deal with the scrutiny of people that had known me my whole life. And it was freeing. But I got that from that movie. It's just her saying, I think the quote's like,
I agree. I can't wait for Homelander to snap. Oh, he's so terrifying.
well, the more I watch this, the more I see it as just they're doing the Injustice storyline.
Evil Superman.
Yeah. And this is the best version of that
But-
because
Evil Superman was trying, like, he wants to protect the world. That's still his, like, Homelander doesn't.
no, he doesn't. There's a point where what he is doing is more than clear past protection. And he even says
says,
something
"I
similar to Homelander, like, if they won't respect me, they'll fear me.
I never got that reading the comics.
The dude wears a yellow ring at some point. Like, yeah, he is totally evil.
And then Wonder Woman convinces him he's gone too far and he should lose it, and he does. Because he's still got the idea of, like, at the end of the day, he's trying to stop all violence and all crime. And Homelander's like, I'm better than everyone. Like, I'm better than you. He goes on TV and says it.
Oh, yeah.
Superman's still like, no, I need to save all these people.
I love that Mother's
I'll do
Milk's
it my way though, because I'm the Superman.
co-parent stepdad dude. Just like, yeah, like damn near grabs his dick on the couch.
Oh, he's getting so excited.
He's like, oh, like I thought he was gonna unbutton. He was busting out there.
He was more excited than. Is your idiot brain getting fucked by stupid? Yes, it is. If I'm getting punished.
They're not the same person.
No, but he got he got more excited than that guy. That was a great.
Oh
scene,
yeah, that scene haunted me a little bit.
And she's passing on the same abuse Homelander gave her, the assistant.
But a scene that we're just obviously we're gonna talk about it because we haven't been able to cover enough of it yet. This is gonna be how we end every night.
The voice poster is just down. Oh God, you had to give some warning for that.
This is the greatest scene in television history.
You gotta give some warning for stuff like that. And it doesn't need to stay up that long either.
That is one of the greatest scenes. Sorry, there's a
It really
point.
is. Yeah, this is what I wanted to bring up. Much more.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Best show on television.
So, do you think Butcher will take real V?
Sorry, how good was it to see Huey with powers? Spoilers.
Now it's your thumbnail and front page. That would make me so happy.
Oh no, it would not.
If the dick move, dick hole. Oh my god.
We don't want that as a thumbnail.
It's a good description of what kind of content they're going to get here. I don't know why you want to keep lying to Twitch. We might as well just be honest and see where the cards lay. I really want that to be a thumbnail.
Yeah, from Starship Troopers, Morgo, the brain bug myth.
And, well, you know what? I feel like we just need to ensure we're very clear about our feelings on drugs. So here's a little recorded message.
Hello, I'm Soldier Boy. Did you know drugs and drug-related crime have become a nationwide problem? All across America, drugs are destroying people's lives. But you don't have to be a superhero to fight back. Because your superpower is just saying no. So when someone offers you drugs, you tell them Soldier Boy said taking drugs is not cool. And anyone who does is a loser. Remember, real heroes don't use drugs.
And we're back.
Only losers do drugs, so let's smoke some. And yeah, character turn from hell. Even the nakedness of him losing his clothes because he moves so fast. It's like Homelander being naked in the briefing room when he gets all excited about his points.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Huey damn near. I'm guaranteeing Huey's at half staff there. He really liked punching through that guy.
And he doesn't care about the stuff that's going on when he normally would. And he's just, they're playing him as a junkie. They're doing the junkie storyline with him.
But do you think Butcher will take V, not V24, Compound V, the real stuff, blue?
See, it's so hard to predict, right? I mean,
Well, I'm
we can
asking
just
what your
theorize.
opinion is.
Huey might. Like, Huey will become a villain or something. That's what this writer seems to like to do. These twisted storylines.
Crip, he does have a talent for kind of turning stuff around, but it's in the comic that almost all of the boys...
Well, don't tell me. I don't want to know spoilers for the comic.
I do. That's why I know them. But, yeah, they're following the storylines from the comics on some level. But, I think Huey's going to keep trying to take 24, and I think... Hey, did you know that character was actually written for Simon Pegg? But he kind of
but he was
aged
too
out,
old.
so he became the dad.
They took so long, yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is just awesome, because
I mean,
Simon
he can't
Pegg
even
is...
operate a phone right, and Huey swears. Oh, and what do you think Butcher gave the Russian mob leader girl? I think he gave her some V. Some temp V. Because she gave him the plane and let them
No,
go.
that's why they had to do that job. That's why the dildo scene.
Oh, right, to get that.
No, that
stuff.
was to pay for all that. So she had to go use a dildo to kill people.
Was that the actual job she was hired for? I thought it was...
She was supposed to kill that guy. And she did, but then some guards came in, so she killed them, and then the girls...
Like, right through the head with a few dildos.
And then the girl got off a shot. Fucking right through the eye, like... And then...
She pushed the bullet out.
Yeah,
with
but
her healing factor.
Then she didn't heal in the...
At the end of the episode.
In the laboratory.
Because something's wrong. Got to temporarily take her powers away.
Which we're gonna get really deep into on Wednesday. Like we're just talking about how much we like right now. Did I finish season 1? Almost done season 1 again. And like this show, like rewatching the dolphin splat on the there's just
through the windshield into the wall,
and the slow like frame by frame look as he realizes what's about to happen.
As he watches his friend go by, knowing he's going to die.
Lover, clearly lover.
Yeah, lover. Yeah.
There was some blowhole stuff going on there.
The Deep does make love to his amphibian friends, or aquatic friends.
Dee, have you watched The Boys? Does Dee watch The Boys?
I don't think Dee Dee's caught all the old stuff, but maybe some of the newer ones.
Well, like I said, I'm watching season 1, and so I'm in the middle of season 1 again, or end of season 1. I can't remember where I'm at, but I still get excited as I watch it. I know what's going to happen,
and that's what I love about this season is the first time through not knowing. Oh, this is a double-crossed character. Oh, this is who dies. Oh, and Starlight's ex-boyfriend's death, which you pointed out because we paused the scene. The head popper blew him up.
But they tortured him.
They tortured him, yeah. He lost a leg, he lost an arm.
Yeah, like they blew up both hands. They blew up his legs multiple times. Like there's a center mass of the explosion.
Yeah.
Each time.
I paused it and looked. Yeah, it's pretty horrific.
So
he did not die easily.
It seems like she's got to be able to change some of the matter.
But why was it her that tortured him?
Oh. Thank you for following us.
Thanks, Wesser.
75. Yeah, Starlight is in all 3 seasons.
Spoilers. Now you know that she didn't die.
Oh. Yeah, but we've talked about her already in this episode.
You don't need to
give
specific. Dee didn't pick up on that because she doesn't know all the character names.
Oh, my bad. Well, I'm sorry. Thanks for the follow.
I'm doing spoilers left, right, center. Sorry.
Yeah, really, like, give me shit for spoilers. That make me feel bad. You know I'll feel bad.
Borgo Blue Boys is my favorite show. If you watch the first episode, you'll know within 15 minutes if it's for you or not. Because it's all like that. And, it's really good.
No, this show, okay, this is like the satirical, pessimistic, nihilistic
version of superheroes.
Parody of Marvel and DC. And they have parallel characters identical to both Marvel and DC characters in it.
Like, what would the Flash be like if he was a narcissist and willing to do drugs and cheat and stuff?
Yeah.
Be awful.
What if Superman just liked to drink breast milk and get beat off by weird people?
That does happen.
There's a lot of hand jobs.
Yeah, there is.
A striking number of hand jobs.
If Superman wanted hand jobs.
Okay, but this is the part that makes the most sense about him because he's clearly stunted around being like a teenager. Somewhere in that is where his brain stopped developing as reality, because that's about where he probably started to be a superhero in the limelight, and reality changed for him entirely, and before that he was a lab experiment. So, you know what I mean? Like, and that explains why that form of sexual gratification is fine for him. And I just find it really weird how they use it, but it makes sense because of they write the character to be emotionally very young.
A lot of these characters are sexual deviants and pervs and got weird kinks that you find out.
Termites in season 1.
3. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like, okay, so there's a chick sitting in a chair, like, you know the Maxwell chair, like the guy sitting back and
thank you, Dee Dee.
listening to the tape?
Wester, that's the weed we're smoking. Strange from there. He wanted to know what kind of weed we're smoking.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Right now, actually, we are smoking. Why can I never find it? There. We are smoking Mad Dab Labs and 30 Going on 13, which is Zox's band. GMO's Nemesis. It's smooth. It feels kind of euphoric. And it can be shipped anywhere in North America. And I mean other places too. Just mention the show and you message them and they will give you how. Yeah, I don't know why I'm sounding weird. I'm stoned.
Yeah, Morgo, you get it. And then there's corporate power and corruption, and it's like, what if superheroes were just like the celebrities we know, if they were invincible in certain ways or could do amazing things?
Like, could you imagine Tom Cruise?
Yeah, if he could turn invisible.
No, was Superman.
Well, yeah, he'd be a terrible choice for that, too. He might be better in Homelander, though.
He'd be Homelander. He is Homelander.
Yeah.
But The Boys has such a real feel to it.
Yeah, it feels a realistic portrayal of how these things might happen.
I don't believe if there were
so much
superpowers
gore and
out there,
death.
we'd have superheroes.
We'd have supervillains that are pretending to be nice guys. Maybe.
Yeah. And if we had superheroes, they'd be for sale.
Which they are. And they're all drug
Yeah.
addicts and perverts.
And that's the really weird part about the show is that it just seems to be what would actually happen.
And now Butcher's becoming the good guy, and Huey's becoming the bad guy. Which this writer loves to do these kind of things in his stories.
What if Bell owned the real DC superheroes? Exactly. Well, no. What if Bell owned most of them, but Rogers had a couple? You know what I mean? Like that. This is literally what the world we'd live in. It'd be superheroes by Amazon.
Yeah. And all their scandals would disappear. They wouldn't go to jail.
Hey.
Hey.
Echoson, thank you.
Thanks, Echoson.
Sabrina has been a great supporter, and she's got one of the best channels on Twitch.
Oh, it's my favorite. She's the best. I think we have Sabrina sign somewhere. Oh, there it is. Again,
We should probably make another one with her information on it.
if you can't tell, the Sabrina solo show there in the corner.
Well, I just mean
I know.
an at.
But it's a very accurate portrayal of her on an average show.
It's not at all. It's an accurate portrayal of another channel. Like that's so meta advertised with that thing because
That's true. When you
she's
go through
portraying.
how many channels-
Okay, yeah, there's a couple layers in there.
I'm a big Sushi Dragon fan too. He's cool. He's worth watching.
So welcome. We're all fans of Sabrina, and we're glad that you're over here hanging out with us. We're pretty stoned. We were talking about Fast 9 because we were talking about tentpole movies originally, and then we did a fan pick. So Fast 9 and and Final Destination 2, and Robo Jocks. But we have diverged into the
I finally need to do
The
this.
Boys.
It's too hard.
because you let it sit.
Yeah. I finally agree with you. It's killing me.
This is what smoking better weed does. Over time, you're like all the bad habits go away. It's like it's just not worth it. I want to be able to talk.
I mean, I know what you're saying there, Morgo, but The Boys doesn't cover that specifically. But from your viewpoints, I can tell you'll love it. If you enjoy
it kind of does.
American style.
It just handles a corporation versus a religion.
Yeah.
The
Although
essential.
there is the religion that the Deep joins.
Yeah, Pope actually does disappear.
Yeah.
That Pope, and then Edgar would be another version of that.
And they show it's all a scam and it's all about money.
Yeah.
It's all corrupt and
It's very well
backstabbing,
put together, and it's
manipulation.
produced and directed. It's from Kripke Productions, and I really, really love Kripke. Eric Kripke is a great producer.
From Supernatural.
We do see a lot of him, but not his ankles.
That's just his
Oh
name.
no! It starts out. It starts with him stepping out. It literally his first role is ankle porn.
His first shot, they're showing the ankles.
It's ankle porn.
They blew their load all at once right at the start. Instead of teasing the ankles.
I really look forward to seeing what other Supernatural actors he goes and rehires. But I'm really impressed with this season. I can't wait to really break it down a little more scene by scene. I'm going to rewatch season 3.
And it's a
now
show
and
that's
Wednesday.
consistently good all seasons.
Yeah.
Because some shows, oh, season 2's not that good, season 3's not that good. But no, this keeps impressing.
Oh, sorry.
I am inevitable. And this is Morbid Time.
That was an accident, but it's Morbid Time.
Oh, right. This would be... Oh,
Yeah, just go through the other one. Might as well.
Time to talk. No, it's Morbid Time. Oh, shit.
It's Morbid Time.
I'm pretty sure the next line in the actual movie, though, is, oh, shit, a red one.
What? A red one?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so dumb. Purple dude from McDonald's. Grimace.
Yeah.
That was Grimace with the Infinity Stones.
No, it is... If Bruce Willis was a Pokemon and evolved.
Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
I don't get. Oh.
Think of what Bruce Willis would look like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Pokemon, and that's what his evolution would be. He doesn't.
There's video right there. Can we roll it again, please? There's proof.
All right.
Time to talk. No, it's Morbid Time. Oh, shit.
I mean,
Video proof, he said it's Morbid Time. It's indisputable. There's no way somebody could have edited that in a funny way or used software to make it. It's not actually said, but people have made some pretty good memes and deep fakes, I guess. Not really deep fakes, but close enough.
Hey, but at least this week we got to see cars in space.
Hey, it's just all math and science. That's all. You just need a line like that, and then everything's okay. Then you can have a Fiero up in space and bolt rockets to the sun. They won't tear it apart when they start up.
I just can't get over that is a...
The rockets would shoot off, and it would just sit there like shredded. Nothing would stay attached.
That is a legitimate scene in the movie. They rode a Fiero through a satellite in space and lived.
Yeah.
I just got picked up like, oh, we were in space for a few weeks. Like, what? A few weeks? It
There's
takes
still-
like 3 to 6 months for NASA to get something up to the space station.
The female villain, she wasn't the one piloting, you pointed out. A car gets picked up by a plane. She can't dodge a truck in her plane. They launch a truck
One of the
little
most
bit off the ground,
one of the
she
most
gets it.
agile looking things on the planet can't dodge the biggest object I've ever seen drive down a road.
And you see her, she's a great pilot. She's doing crazy stuff previous to that.
But like I said,
But she can't dodge a truck.
Bruce Willis did it head on, so Dom had to do it into a drift. He was proving he was the drift king once and for all. Oh, the Dom Toretto sent us, and like, who? One of the funniest self-referential but that's where they got it right. A lot of just making fun of themselves. A lot of
It's very self-aware.
light.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is what you're here for. We're just gonna make fun of ourselves in between the action scenes. Maybe I just really like them.
They're really big and stupid, but they're fun, and
I'm trying to discern.
they're like junk food.
Yeah.
And they're better than some, like Transformers is just garbage, but this was entertaining at times. Some of the chases I kept rewinding, like, that was really cool.
The Helen Mirren chase was good.
They all kind of were. Like, and they're so long now.
But, like, when she's like, do the driving and I'll give you 15%. And,
Big
he doesn't.
guns and stuff.
He doesn't. Like, he's like, nah, you drive.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm out of that business. Like, what? All right, okay. And, like, that's the second movie in, like, 5 years where she drives like that and can do that. Or, like, fifth movie. Because she does both of the Red movies, Retired and Extremely Dangerous.
And what do women her age actually drive like? Like, they're grannies that
Yeah.
just can't...
And
They got their
she's
left
driving,
blinker
like-
on while they're going straight, and they're 20 under the limit.
She's driving like the love child of an F1 driver and a professional stunt driver. But listen, she's been like, and then she did that in the last Fast and Furious movie she was in, and she did it again in this one.
I want to see a realistic portrayal of her, like someone of her age is driving in that role.
Have you watched the Red movies?
You've recommended them before. I've downloaded it, but no.
They're just dumb action like this. They're just
Aren't they like the Expendables?
Sort of. It's Expendable but spy movie instead, with John Malkovich and Bruce Willis and Malkovich. Oh shit! No, the
See, Dungeons and Dragons from Stranger Things 4. They're pounding on the table like crazy. They have complex pieces on a board.
Well, now I regret taking the graphics away.
We just had a
I
minor
knew
nudge.
you weren't. I knew you were done complaining about it, and I took the graphics away anyways.
We
That's
had a
on me.
minor nudge here, and it would have been disastrous for a checkerboard. And they are nonstop like apes in 2001. Pound on the table.
Uncle equals better bond.
Said it, done it, did it. I don't get the reference. But Morgo is sometimes pretty random.
Yeah, I'm confused now. Only because I'm stoned. But that's not a good excuse. I'm always stoned.
Maybe Morgo's just a bot. Although I've seen pictures, he's a real person.
I had a good time with these movies this week.
They were all really good. Yeah.
We had fun. You knew what you were getting into. You could look at the cover and automatically put, well, except for Final Destination, you just knew you were getting into because
I've seen pictures too, DD. I know you're a real person. I've seen video of you.
Finale Destination
I've
2.
streamed on your channel.
That, you know what? Honestly, that makes me want her to be a bot more than anything. That would shake your core of reality enough. Like, oh my god, the one person I didn't think was a bot. Maybe I'm a bot.
With the Witcher dude, Henry Cavill,
Oh,
codename Uncle.
yeah, it's another kind of spy movie.
Oh, he's saying Uncle's a better Bond.
I
James
mean,
Bond.
I'm not a Bond fan, but I like other spy movies much better.
Yeah, I was never a huge Bond fan.
And to be
myself.
honest, the ridiculous Bonds are the ones I like. Pierce Brosnan is horrible, but somehow great as Bond. The movies are Michael Bay does James Bond, and it's fun. And I like Sean Connery a little.
See, with spy
And
stuff,
Casino Royale.
I was more the detective half of that kind of stuff. So
Film
Sherlock
noir.
Holmes.
They get a little more into the film noir.
Not really. Sherlock
No.
Holmes was my favorite. I think still is probably.
My English?
No, Morgo speaks another language. English isn't his first language.
Oh!
Even though his English is fine. Like you didn't even know, right?
No. At all. What language does Margot speak?
Actually, I guess I'm not sure. I know he's kind of in the middle of the whole other continent. Across the ocean.
Which?
I'm not sure exactly where. Well, you don't have to say, of course.
Oh, okay.
I
Right.
think
Sorry.
I think I've seen it
I
somewhere. I just
often
don't remember.
forget that we're even on the internet. Like,
Yeah. See, Scotty even used an E instead of a T. You're proving the point. And there's no period. And Americans should have a apostrophe before the S.
wow.
I'm a
Jesus.
nerd for this stuff too. And he's pointing
Have
it
you
out.
ever seen yourself type in Twitch?
Oh, of course I'm horrible in Twitch too, but just for sake of argument. And Scotty, I love you. Like, everyone types like that.
It's been multiple episodes. Sabrina's made fun of my accidental missing of the I in physicist. Yeah, I'm a bad speller sometimes. I type it and I'll see the mistake, like because I got big thumbs. I'm like, fuck it, I don't care enough to change it.
Georgia, but former German Danish.
Color. Well, I spell it without the U, but that's because I worked for an American-based company that was actually Japanese, and all of my tools were in US, and they got confused, and I came back with red squigglies under everything after they sent it back to me because it would convert back. So eventually I just started to spell things in American because that's who I talk to the most. But the proper spelling is Colour. And Zach's totally grammar police. That was ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scotty. I was just being a jerk.
I feel your pain.
I remember in one of my first jobs.
How dare you make fun of someone for bad spelling? That is awful.
Management had all these signs at work, and they were horribly spelled in grammar. And I'd correct them with a pen, and they'd get so mad, but they didn't know who was doing it. I loved it. It was great. But man, like, they'd type 6 lines and they'd have 50 mistakes. I'm not kidding. It's like, you guys own this place? What the hell's wrong with you? I'm 18 years old.
Why didn't you just ever tell them? There's a spelling mistake. Would you like me to redo it?
Because they brought it up in a meeting and they were really mad and they told whoever's doing it, stop. And then, of course, I just kept going. My head's the wrong size, Dee Dee. Yes, I always have a big head. I'm very arrogant and full of myself.
Yet so humble in many ways.
I'm the humblest person you've ever met.
That's paradoxical.
Paradoxical?
Yeah, thank you. Wow. Just no. And honestly, I like the idea that if you mind being corrected, you might have too much of an ego. Like, you should always want to be bettering yourself.
Try and always get better at everything.
But no one wants to be corrected constantly. So it's a line.
I try and do it to myself all the time, and then it's like, well, why shouldn't I do it to everyone else, too?
Like, wanting to correct Hollywood, great idea. Correcting everyone in chat, maybe not a good idea. This is called situational awareness. I'm joking. Obviously knows that.
No, I sometimes need a lot of work on that. Love you, Scotty. And chat and everyone. Punish myself. Oh my goodness. Reminds me of the boys scene.
Oh, we should have cut that video clip.
I know, and it's got like Homelander branded dong and. Did you hear the names of the various dongs named after superheroes? They all had funny names, like the Deep Flounder Pounder. The superhero named the Deep has a dildo named the Deep Flounder Pounder.
Whoa, Dee.
That's
You're requesting punishment.
That's why I brought up the punishment thing.
Oh, okay.
The scene with the dongs. One of the many scenes with dongs in The Boys.
That was an impressive.
Then there was the black
member that she keeps in her desk.
Yeah, you're right. She pulled it out of her desk, and it was like had all the harness and stuff.
It wasn't for her.
Whose desk was it?
Hers, but that piece was not for her pleasure.
Right. Yeah.
But that means that she often
enough to have it in her desk, uses it
at work. Like, then if she has one at work, you can only imagine what she's got going on at home.
Morgo, do you see what a great show this sounds like? Oh, is Rusty heading out? Oh man, thanks for hanging out. Sorry you have to take pain meds. That sucks.
Yeah, well, we're taking some pain meds, but I understand having to take other ones. So, sleep well, have a good night, and that's a bongo time for Rusty.
Yeah, and thanks for all the trivia and
Yeah,
knowledge.
Definitely welcome in chat anytime. Thank you for hanging out.
All right, yeah, bongo for Rusty.
Used what then in slap two? I feel like I missed a step in chat. Dong. Did Dee Dee just say that she's used a dog on someone and slapped them silly?
I don't know, but Dong keeps appearing in our chat now.
Lots of dongs. We do have Did we get rid of the Corey Trevor one?
Yeah, we don't have it on this.
Oh right, you replaced it with the new dong rentals. Oh, the drugs are bad, damn it.
There it is. One under.
Oh. Okay. I'm really bad. Lots of dong rentals. Oh, we should have got the superhero wall. We can do that for Wednesday.
The superhero wall.
Yeah, like the deep
Oh,
flounder,
like name them
pounder,
all.
and yeah.
Oh yeah, that's more dongs that we can add to the show. We're trying to bring you as much dong content as possible.
Commandant is my spirit animal. What? How are we getting on so much dong content though? Well, I guess it's literally,
I don't know.
it's not our fault. Like we literally, it's just up in everything right now.
We're just following what the algorithm forces on us. That's
It is literally all up inside everything right now.
No warning again.
We have to show the clip. Like not the explosion, just him walking up.
Yeah, maybe on the inside.
Yeah. That's just so disturbing because you know what happens next. Like, oh yeah, so termite just runs down a table as they're walking through that like
Yeah,
bar,
you're right.
and then like jumps into the lap of a girl. So imagine what he would have sneezed that night. Like another. I feel like this has happened to him before, and maybe he should get some allergy medication, or maybe not do tremendous amounts of cocaine and then shrink down to nothing.
The Boys is the best show. Sorry, DDC. Some picks are too much.
I don't feel like that pick is too much at all. Oh my god, there should be a dong skin. I can name a penis mass murderer like movie villain.
Really?
Ron Jeremy's penis.
There's a B movie where that's
There's a full-length movie where he gets hit by green solar radiation or space radiation and his dick pops off and starts murdering people.
I have not heard of this. Maybe I haven't forgotten.
It is called The One-Eyed Monster.
Of course it is.
And I feel like I need to bring up the
I don't know if we need
trailer
to
for
do that.
this. Oh, it's not. Well, I guess there's...
Of all the things to bring up for a trailer.
I want to pick it as a movie.
Oh, come on.
I've watched it. It's great. I took a flight with Ron Jeremy once, and he was out in Newfoundland.
He looks like the
touring
crypt
with
keeper
it.
now. Like,
Oh, I know, that's not happy, but...
a condom that eats dogs.
Oh, no.
How did we get onto all this dog
Niente.
talk?
Look at all the dick pics we have on our show. What do you mean, how did we get onto this talk? How many slides have we had in the last 2 weeks that involve dildos?
3.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
And then a dick pic that we still haven't got flagged for.
Which one?
You're gonna make me put it up again?
Oh, that. No, okay, yeah, you're right, that's 4.
Yeah.
Oh, we know about the movie Teeth.
I feel like maybe we should do a couple of these. If we can find a third one, because One-Eyed Monster is kind of a brilliant little funny thing. It's kind of like, it's kind of, from my memory, it's pretty self-aware of how weird it is.
I mean, teeth sounds like something that should be paired with something like that. But
That's what I mean. We'd have to find like radioactive boobs. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know, like another.
or something like Human Centipede.
Hell no! I've never watched that movie. I told you it's the one absolute restriction.
Come on.
No, I won't watch it. I have no interest. I've seen enough scenes. I've got no interest in ever watching that movie. There's nowhere on my
There's
list.
3 of them. We could do a trilogy.
No.
An all Human Centipede week. Way to go, Dee Dee. Me too. Can we link? Yeah, they're gross, of course.
Only if I'm the first one. I'll keep us fed.
Key and Peele have a skit about the people meeting up years after they get freed from it.
No.
It's like, hey, you were the guy in the back. Like, and the guy in the back is like so mortified. And everyone's like, you didn't. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. The skit. Like, don't you remember me? Do you remember, like, I need those fish burritos? Like, we were sewn together for years. Don't you remember me? And he's on a first date or something.
And that's like the surrealism that they get into.
Yeah, Scotty knows it.
Almost on its own bounces into horror.
And it's written by Jordan Peele.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Kids in the Hall used to do that really well. And not so well in the new version, but there were skits that were meant to be funny that were also really, really
Dude, I can still taste you. Because the one in the middle, like, he seems happy. He seems, like, fine with it.
I can't. No, the second person would be the worst.
But that's the thing. It's the one in the back that's really suffering. And at the end, he flips out. He's like, you guys both got to shit in someone's mouth. I didn't get to shit in his mouth. You don't know what it's like. And then his, like, first date is coming back from the bathroom at that point. She's like, what the fuck?
I should go back and watch more Key and Peele.
Oh, they're one of my favorite shows.
Although there's a lot to watch. Like I haven't even gotten to more Kids in the Hall.
There's 5 seasons, I believe. And
Yeah.
I've put them on repeat so many times.
Dude, I can still taste you. That is awful. There's only a handful of films that make me uncomfortable, and that is one of them. The Saw series is the other.
And when Dave Chappelle said in one of his stand-ups, I had to watch Key and Peele do my show for like 5 years while I was
Every week for 5 years I had to watch Key and Peele do my television.
And it totally is, but it's totally that good too.
I'm sure the Kids in the Hall were all on their little Be Real projects saying the same thing about Dave Chappelle and them and over again.
It's so funny.
We've gotten to see a lot of good sketch comedy in our generation.
Totally.
We're old. That thing you put in Discord made me happy because we often argue that I'm a millennial. Like, no, I'm not. I'm 40. You can't say that.
Dee Dee found a movie called Killer Rack.
For real?
I know there's an old movie about a woman that smothers people to death with her boobs.
I
That
picture
was a
that
good
chick
movie.
from like TikTok that like smashes watermelons.
I haven't seen that.
No.
I'm sure there's someone that can do that.
I mean, I'm kind of tempted to see what Killer Rack is. Yeah, like, why would this even be a question? Of course, we need to watch all 3 trailers now. I've never seen the Teeth trailer. And you've not seen the One-Eyed Monster trailer. Why would we not watch these 3 trailers? Give me one good reason why we wouldn't, and I won't watch
They're
them.
all highly inappropriate.
In what sense?
Normally we talk about Marvel. Marvel wouldn't have any
We
of these.
talk about everything. And we did just say it would be we talk about anything we choose to talk about. So, I mean, like,
That's true.
this makes perfect sense. I just have to add a screen, right? Media source. No. Tell me which one I have to add quickly because I'm forgetting. I think media source.
Of course I've heard of Whitest
No.
Kids You Know. They hang out actually with Fantastic Plastics in their channel, man. They're like friends and stuff, and Fantastic Plastics end with a song every night that's like kind of a tribute to I forget the name of it exactly. Trevor, I'm blanking right now, but he just recently died. And yeah.
All right, are you ready? Are you ready for Killer Rock?
No, I'm not. Is it going to be on screen?
Yeah.
All right, Killer Rock. Trevor Moore, that's it. Man, his rap from like 1800s and being weed is George Washington. It's freaking hilarious.
I don't know what
The founders.
I don't know what kids you know. I'm interested.
All right, here we go. Of course, it's got to be comedy if it's about a killer rat.
Good morning, Mr. Rockwell.
Oh yeah, Betsy, you're in early.
Good morning, Mr. Rockwell.
Wow, Sandy, looking as lovely as ever.
Babe, it's my mom. She needs me over there. You know she's been sick.
If you need help taking care of her, I'd love to meet.
I swear her tits are actually innies. It's like I'm feeling up a 10-year-old boy.
There is a subtle little operation I could provide that might give you a slight edge.
Oh, well, what?
Bigger boobs. You made the right choice, my dear.
Holy crap!
Do you like them?
They certainly pull the room together.
Did she always have those?
I'm definitely all woman now, and so much more.
There is a great evil surrounding you. No, within you.
We'd like to ask you a few questions. May we come in?
I have a set of fun bags with the hunger for human flesh.
All you need's a pair of fun bags, and you'll never be a bag hag.
This movie was made for Ryan.
They're clappy and slappy. They make me very happy. They make me want to bust out into song.
All you need's a pair of fun bags, a leather teddy, and a ball gag.
Bazookas, palookas, guns like bazookas.
Bow down before the great and powerful Tiss.
How's that for alliteration?
All you need's a pair
Oh
of
my goodness.
There are
Awesome.
horses on the wall, and
Terrible.
sometimes you gotta get icky.
sag.
Yo, killer rat.
Oh my god, that's the name of the movie.
Crush you with your sleep.
All
They
you
said the
need's a
name of the
pair of
movie.
fun bags.
I'm rating my review right now.
All you pair of fun bags. All you need's a pair of fun bags.
That's crazy. I definitely want to look up the song.
What the hell did I just watch?
I mean, it was terrible but funny. And
That so much of me says steer clear. That is a horrible movie, and then part of me goes, I need to watch that tonight.
they showed like it gets pretty gory and
Yeah.
disgusting.
80s style.
But 2015, yeah.
So I mean,
It's higher quality than I expected it to be, but it's still pretty goofy looking. Yeah, train wreck. Can't turn around.
Mayday, mayday.
all right. So this one's One-Eyed Monster.
Ron Jeremy.
We will react to this one also. And like the trailer's on YouTube, so obviously there's nothing inappropriate actually in it.
You hear me? There are 3 of us on top of Lookout Mountain. One of us is seriously injured and we're stuck in the snow. 6 others are dead. We're being stalked by...
Born legend Ron Jeremy has made thousands of films.
Yeah. So, you folks are making a picture, eh? Yeah. Wait till I tell Mother.
The cock is 9 inches, is that right?
9 3/4. Oh, we're $10.
But under a moonlit night on a remote mountain,
How long is it going to take to relight?
Ready.
Okay, and action.
he's about to make his last. What the hell? and he'll leave behind
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's missing his dick.
Well, it didn't just get up and walk away.
Actually, it did. Look.
an enormous legacy.
There's a dick in Angel's mouth!
Yeah?
It's not attached to anyone!
Now, a small band of actors and crew must join forces to destroy this monster.
Just wants to replicate. And it clearly doesn't mind using force.
We gotta kill it. Laura, I'm gonna need the panties you have on.
The survival of the human race is at stake.
Just in case, seal us in from the outside.
Because seeding the planet is easy.
S-O-S.
You're telling me it knows Morse code?
It's got a name. Ron.
When you've got the right tool.
What is that?
It's Ron's dick. Minus Ron. Sweet mother. Anybody see it?
I do.
One-eyed monster. If you see it coming, you're already dead.
How amazing is that?
That, again, is better than I thought it was going to be, even though it still looks terrible.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying it's a good movie. Well, no, it is. It was. I
Yeah,
really
there's some
enjoyed
great
it.
lines.
And then, should we do Teeth? I don't remember.
I mean,
Teeth.
it feels a little wrong not to finish off the...
We might not cover these fully, but is that the right one? No, that's a song.
This one might be a little harder to find. Maybe put, like, teeth in a word to identify which part of the body it's associated with.
Oh, Teeth movie.
Oh, all you did was teeth? Trailer, man. Come on.
I'm stoned. The official Teeth official trailer.
Teeth. Yeah, the vagina movie with teeth is going to be the first result on YouTube.
All right. What can I do for you, miss? Is this your first time? Okay. So I imagine you have no idea what to expect.
Not really.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna bite you. Just lie down. Put your feet right in here. Okay. Are you sexually active?
No, I just want to be checked out.
Okay, then.
I think there might be something weird going on inside.
What have you put in here?
Yeah, I was gonna, like, it looks like it's good.
There is something inside of me that's lethal. Dentata.
What?
It's Latin for teeth. It's what's inside me. Are you afraid?
This is too weird.
Just wait.
What a great tagline. Wow. That was
That
sort
looked
of
like a good movie.
anticlimactic.
That looked like a good movie. And you know, at some point, you're going to get to see the monster.
Like Ron Jeremy's that monster?
Both, probably in all of them, yeah. The Piranha movies, I haven't really seen those. Like Piranha 3D and...
No, I haven't. They're just to my knowledge, they're kind of a reviewing of the weird monster era, like the tomato and the ant and the spider.
Yeah, with gory deaths
Yeah.
and cool death scenes.
Attack of the Giant Tomatoes was one of my favorite weird-ass movies to watch when I was a kid.
I never really liked it when I finally saw it.
When did you see it?
I was much older.
Yeah, no, I saw it my first time when I was like 9.
Yeah, it was more than double that at least.
And I just hung out with a kid whose family watched that kind of stuff a lot and had a bunch of VHSs, so I watched it over and over again with him. It was just hilarious.
The Blob movies, some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, we watched those all the time too. Just watching that B movie action,
but they do it so well.
Weirdness, yeah. Attack of the 50-Foot Cheerleader, and that's also why I like the Stephen King anthology movies that we were watching, because they kind of have the same feel to them, like The Tarp in the lake.
Piranha 3D, Sharknado.
No, one of them okay. I love that they kept going, but like I've watched one and I thought this is ingenious. I'm not going to continue this though. There's no need to continue watching this.
Was that Arachnophobia or 8 Hairy Legs for the spider?
Okay, there's both, but the funny one is 8-Legged Freaks.
8-Legged Freaks,
and that's David
Arquette.
I was going to say Cox, David Cox, but yeah, David Arquette.
Arachnophobia,
and then. I don't pair those ones together. I always paired that one with Evolution, with David Duchovny and Julius
Moore.
Julius Moore?
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore, and then what's his name? Orlando
Bloom.
No.
Orlando Blooming Onion.
No, Orlando, the other Orlando.
Oh, right. Not Orlando Bloom, yeah. Wrong guy.
Very wrong guy.
Doesn't matter. Orlando Jones?
Yeah. Thank you. So I always pair those two movies together. But the 8-Legged Freak movies is one of my kind of favorite new age version of the big monster movie. Which I'm pretty sure we've watched. Arachnophobia made me afraid of toilets. It did.
I saw a picture from Australia with the toilet seat up, or somebody lifting it, and there was like a huge tarantula hidden under the thing. It's like that's what you have to deal with in Australia.
Arachnophobia, like now I might have to go like check around my toilet. Like there's yeah, no, that movie scared me. It made me afraid of toilets very, very horribly. Dude gets got on a toilet by spiders.
Do you remember a movie Dreamcatcher by Stephen King? And there's like Jason Lee gets a monster comes up through the toilet, and like there's somebody in that movie that happens to.
Wait, is that the one with like the monsters that are like it starts out with like
they all have mental powers like happens in Stephen King, like they can find things.
But this primarily takes place in like a cabin, doesn't it?
Starts out in a cabin, it goes all over the place by the end.
But it starts out as like a parasite.
Yeah.
And then grows and grows, and then it's like 6 foot tall and big.
Becomes
and
an
alien
monster.
Okay. Yes, obviously. Yeah, we covered it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, I think, the first movie I ever picked for this stuff.
It was good.
In a Stephen King way.
It would be
one of my favorites.
Oh, I'll play it just because.
Play what?
Well, I know what they picked. I know what they put up.
Oh, Piranha.
Oh, I thought they put a
Tremors is great. Some people say it's like a perfect movie.
It is.
In the world's wildest water park, the party has never been hotter.
Tell me you did not replace our old lifeguards with strippers.
Water certified strippers. And the guests have never been hungrier.
I love how Colin
I got bit. It was a piranha. It was not a piranha.
Like, this is part of the horror exploitation.
We think they're back.
I just love that calling it exploitation makes it okay.
Eons in underground lakes.
Yeah, we're just trying to say
So fish can become confused and try to enter man-made drainage systems.
Is that you? Ow! Whatever it is, I don't like it.
This summer,
Ladies and gentlemen, the most famous lifeguard of all time, Let's all get wet and wild! There's something in the water!
Just when you thought it was safe
People are dying! Do something!
to put your 3D glasses back on.
First of all, I'm not a lifeguard. Never was. Secondly, that is what natural selection's all about.
It's double the action,
Something's wrong with me.
What did you do to me?
double the terror, and double the D's.
Oh.
Bring me my legs. Piranha 3 Double D.
Now I get to bring me my legs down. Bring me my legs.
That is funny.
Between that and Teeth, I'm torn now.
Teeth still. But yes, Tremors is pretty much a perfect film. It is.
People that break it down explained. Yeah.
I think I've picked it for this before, and I have nothing bad to say about that movie.
Yep. Bring me my legs. Doesn't have that though.
Tremors is still better. It might be the perfect.
What was the? Was it like a Quentin Tarantino movie where the girl got a machine gun leg?
Yes.
Planet Terror? Well, it's
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yeah. Tarantino's dick falls off in that movie.
And then I saw
he would be a
another-
candidate for dong rentals. Like, so they're saying that like a tadpole-sized piranha
grew that much
went
in
in
the water.
her and then ate his dick from the inside of her vagina, and she didn't feel that thing going through her fallopian, like any of her body.
I mean, you saw how ridiculous. it was. They just want cool death scenes that are gross.
Oh, I feel something in my stomach. Oh, your dick's off. Oh, I'm not in pain yet. Like, there's
Shot. Oh, trying to give him some excuse.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's getting pretty freaking late.
It is. Well, we had covered some fun movies. We've now watched some fun trailers. We thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, I guess we should say goodnight to everyone. And man, thanks for the subs and follows.
He is always on.
Yeah, we're gonna rate, I think, our friend 420 shortly.
Yeah. We're gonna smoke another bong and.
Dee Dee, thanks so much for subbing Morgo. I totally didn't have to do that.
It's 9 a.m. Sorry, it's what is it? It's 20 after 1 here.
And Dee Dee, we're not even singing or doing anything strenuous, and we're still coughing out.
Well, I mean, I would say
I'm just joking.
we strenuously smoke weed.
That is true. It is quite debilitating. It's right now, Scotty. Bongo time is right now.
It's always bongo time.
So yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out so much, especially so long and late, and listen to us babble.
So Wednesday we're going to be talking about, well, at that point, 2 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And The Boys.
And last week's episode of The Boys.
Yeah, last week's, which
episode
we already
4.
spoiled most.
Yeah. So yeah, Wednesday at 10 p.m. we're going to be talking about The Boys. We're going to be talking about... I just said this. Jesus.
Obi-Wan
Kenobi.
Jub-Jubs.
Which I don't know why I'm not more excited. Well, I do know why. We've talked about it at
Baby
length.
Leia. Stupid little annoying kid. Too much on the show.
Yep. But we will be talking about it nonetheless because it's happening, so I don't have a choice. And it's part of Geek. I mean, parts of it is really great. So we're also going to be talking more about Thor because Thor is coming out in July. There's a couple new trailer pieces and more insight. I'll try and cover that at 4 p.m. if that is possible that day. But at 10 o'clock, we'll be talking about those 2 shows primarily.
Okay.
I
And
think
lots of
that's
other stupid stuff. I'm sure we'll get sidetracked onto a million topics, including these movies we just reviewed.
Have you done already? As I said, well, I didn't really talk about this yet, but I'm lucky enough to be working on a documentary for the History Channel and Rogers and a couple other Canadian companies. So I was up at 3:30 this morning to go shoot footage with a drone of a train track that isn't there anymore. Just the path of the train track, so we can digitally add it in later.
I woke up by around 3:30 as well today.
In the afternoon.
Well, I wasn't going to make that distinction.
I mean, there's probably people on here you're still gaming with at 3:30 at night or in the morning.
Yes.
So, so I'll be working on that, which I might actually stay up for the next 2 hours and then head back to the boat to do a long time lapse.
Very cool.
Yeah, well, that'll come out hopefully by the end of the year. And of course, if it chops out properly, that's going to be to fund our bigger project we're moving into, which is another documentary that I'll be traveling across Canada for.
So wait, you've been up for 22 hours at this point?
Yeah, I took out a 45-minute nap this afternoon.
Man, I'm cranky if I get less than 9 hours sleep.
That's why I was like, yeah, because you're the one that always
says... This is
says...
me not cranky.
Yeah, you're the one that always kind of says, oh, it's getting late. And I'm like, I'm still good to go, but... You know, he's the talent. He's the star.
I also have a sick dog at home, unfortunately.
That's true. That's very true. So yes, we are going to. Just for posterity.
Thank you, Margo.
Yes. That was some ducks. We often play the ducks. We like ducks. Yeah, it's a good time to call it. I'm pretty high. I appreciate everyone coming to hang out. Wednesday we'll be talking about those television shows, as I said.
And thanks again for hanging out, everyone, and chatting all night. It's been really fun. This is really
so a
fun
final
to do.
bongo time, and then we're going to go see and hang out with 420 Sesh. I have no idea what he's doing right now, but he's usually either playing Valheim, talking about weed, playing...
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, the open world one. Isn't that the only one? Or I don't know.
5. Internet Grandpa.
Wow. Like...
It's been out for like 10 years at this point. They stopped...
That's not Internet Grandpa. I'm not a big gamer.
Makes you Internet Grandpa.
I guess those two things are pretty well intertwined now. Well, bongo time, everybody from Internet Grandpa.
Even though I'm 69 months older. I gotta learn that Bane line first.
Does that mean we're perfectly balanced, like a yin and yang?
I would like that. Oh, The Voice is on Prime Morgo, or you go to tpb.party and download.
Wow.
Tracks.
Not even veiling it anymore. Yeah.
We'll pretend
TPB.
It's close enough to 69. I'll say it's exact, even though it's not exact. But
I mean, we'll find out exactly what it is at some point. But yeah, we're gonna go hang out with 420 Sesh. I have to sneeze. There's a sneeze coming. So yeah, we're gonna start this raid.
Thanks again, everyone.
Hang out. Go follow him. He's really fun. And yeah, we'll see you Wednesday. Hopefully. Thanks for coming.
I always wonder why you don't... It takes a few seconds from the start rate to being able to force it, and you never click it ahead of time, because there's a long counter. We have plenty of time.
Like that whole time where you were talking?
Yeah.
And to our YouTube followers, thank you very much for hanging out. Find a little extra bong, and then we're
I'm sorry I gave you such a hard time, especially today. I don't know what got into me.
It's perfectly fine. We're kidding. But thanks for hanging out to you guys as well.